Check their website, silverbackrestoration.com.
Ocala Eye is the largest, most experienced eye care center in North Central Florida. Tuesday at 10:30, Zora Harrison and Adam Tenza will be our guests, bringing us up to date on the latest optical and other innovations in the industry. For over 40 years, Ocala Eye has provided comprehensive medical and surgical eye care. But that's just the beginning. Just wait until you hear all of the exciting things coming our way. So be sure to listen Tuesday at 10:30 with Ocala Eye, helping you live life to the fullest.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
WOCA, The Source, presents Friday Night High School Football with Galen Unold featuring Trinity Catholic High School. And tonight, Trinity plays Sumter, brought to you by Automax on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars with outlet prices by Verizon Wireless, authorized retailer Mount Wilkerson, where he comes to you in Marion County. By Ocala Aviation, located at the Ocala Airport, where you too can learn to fly. And by Life South Community Blood Center, save lives, give blood. And now here is your play-by-play host, Galen Unold. Galen?
Hey, thank you very much, Larry. Welcome, everybody, to Bushnell, Florida, home of the South Sumter Raiders, where the Celtics of Trinity Catholic will be taking on the Raiders tonight. In a gloomy day, we haven't had this rain since some hurricane or two blew through, and it's wet. And we are out in the elements tonight. It's going to be a great ball game. Two football teams that are still searching for their first win of the year. Two relatively new coaches. This is the second year for the head man, Ty Lawrence, for the Raiders. And this is the third year for Coach Sturdivant, who hasn't gone this long with this kind of adversity. And we're going to talk a little bit about this team's mentality with Coach Sturdivant during our interview today that we had in the locker room. And let's see which one of these teams comes out and plays football tonight. I will tell you, Trinity's going to break out a brand new offense. They've been practicing it for exactly 4 days. And that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that works out, because anybody who's watched any of the first 3 games saw that the Veer just wasn't getting it done. They didn't have the personnel up front to really execute what they wanted to do because of injuries and just a lack of a grasp of the offense. But tonight, it's a brand new night. This is really the start of the regular season into the postseason for the Celtics. This is the first unranked team they've played all year. South Sumter's coming in 0-3 last year. They went to the state semifinals. Very well-coached team. Great tradition down here in Bushnell. And I expect a great football game tonight. But again, we're going to learn a lot about that offense tonight. It's a double wing. Now, you're probably saying, if you're a football fan from the 50s, this is something you've seen every day of your life. If you've been born in the, since the 80s like I have, you only see this on YouTube and old black and white film. But Coach Sturdivant feels pretty strongly this is the key, and this is the offense that this is going to work for this season. Now, they're not completely abandoning the Veer. The program, the JV squad, still runs the Veer, and they are scoring and lighting things up. And so maybe the future is the Veer, but the present is the double wing. So you are live, and this is Trinity Catholic Football on WOCA, The Source. We're going to step aside, and then when we come back, we're going to hear from Coach Sturdivant as he talks about this team's defense, the senior leadership that he's counting on, as well as this new double wing. But again, this is Trinity Catholic Football on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Life South would like to honor and thank all of our Hispanic blood donors during Hispanic Heritage Month. O negative blood is the most commonly used because it is the universal donor, and 66% of the Hispanic population is type O. Hispanic donors are more likely to be a match with Hispanic patients. Make sure you do your part for your community by finding your nearest blood mobile or center. Visit lifesouth.org for more information. Hasta pronto.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Welcome back to WOCA, The Source. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football. This is Galen Unold, and I'm with head coach Sturdivant. Coach, you come into a game against South Sumter, heading a little south, little road trip for you. Looking for that first win. Big changes this week in your offense, but really, before we get to that, talk about this week and your team's preparation and their mental attitude coming off of that loss after Dunellen.
Well, I think our kids, recognize that at times we can be extremely good, but when we don't do our job, we're not very good. And I think I've been very impressed with the way we've worked in our hustling and conditioning. And you're at a point where they could say we're out, or we can keep going forward. And if you look at our region, there's some teams that have also stumbled or wanted to. So when you present it to them, we played Bellevue, Lake Highland Prep, and Dunellen, and all three teams are dang good football programs. So to lose, and we're the 3A team playing 4A and 5A schools, it's kind of putting things in perspective for them. The rest of our season is ahead of us, with most teams are not have winning records. So let's get our confidence up, and let's go attack, and let's do the things the right way. Play with technique. Do as told. Do what is asked of you. And our kids are pretty resilient and pretty tough. I didn't think we gave up. The wheels kind of fell off against Dunellen, but I think we played throughout the entire game as hard as we could. And I think the kids are carrying that over in practice. And Thursday's practice was the best walk through or run through practice I've had since I've been here in 3 years. So to be 0-3 and to be able to say that, there's some resiliency, and I think these kids are ready to come out with the win tonight.
Well, let's talk about your defense, because your defense played pretty solid, considering how much they were on the field last week against, again, number 4 in the state, Dunellen Tigers. Talk about your defense and the growth that they've had.
We got a lot of great pieces in there. And it's about putting them in the right place to make plays. Jordan Lewis, Calvin Neal. Calvin Neal's been unbelievable this year. Robert Rim has played his heart out. And then guys like Brandon Dixon that doesn't get his name called a bunch, but he's causing some havoc. He's taking three blocks at a time. And I think the best thing is most coaches aren't sure what we're running. I get texts. Even South Sumter texts me. He's like, "You guys running a 6-1 or a 3-4?" Is neither of them. I don't believe in saying, "Hey, we're a 4-3 defense," and I play this book. I know I have a wealth of knowledge on how to run every defense. So what I did is I tied all the best defenses together, and we can get to certain things with one call. One tag puts us in a 50 front, or one tag puts us in an under front, but it's not. There's 3 down linemen, but we can morph into whatever we need to. And I think that comes from 3 years with some of these guys of teaching them the game and having understanding and having a core player like actually Corey King's been phenomenal also at safety. But having Corey King, Calvin Neal, Robert Rim, and Brandon Dixon as our core, Jordan Lewis as well, and them understanding the game and really listening, paying attention, we can move in and out of different things really fast. And I think that's been it. We tackle every day in practice, and we line up, formation, adjust, and it's just about these kids have understood how to be in the right place at the right time to make plays. And that's what's allowed us to be able to make stops. And our offense is eventually going to start getting first downs, turning out first downs, and the defensive hard work is going to pay off, and that's what it's going to be about. So I'm a defensive guy, so I know how to stop people. And Coach Elliott, our offensive coordinator, is a phenomenal offensive coordinator. And I'm really ready for our kids to take off, because the work that he's put in has been unbelievable. To be able to change an offense in 4 days and execute it better than the offense we ran since spring, I'm very impressed with Coach Elliott and with our kids and their willingness to learn.
Well, let's talk about this new offense. You're kind of putting the Veer on the back burner for this year. I know your JV team's still going to run it. You still believe that's the future of Trinity Catholic football in order to be competitive at the high level. But let's talk about what you're doing this year. Double wing back. Haven't heard about the double wing in quite some time. Talk about that and how that's going to change your team and why you did it.
Yeah, so everybody talks about you want to play to the strengths of your team. Well, we tried that with the Veer. We thought that was what we could do. Fat running quarterback and backs for days. But we didn't foresee some injuries on the offensive line. We haven't had the same offensive line group since we started. Each week. And John Glenn being out that's our center, and that your best player has to be at center when you're running. So we've had a 14-year-old at center and a 14-year-old at quarterback, and those guys played their butts off, and I love them to death. But I don't think it's been fair to them to put them in that situation. So instead of playing to our strengths, we're going to play to our weakness. Our offensive line has been banged up, so let's give them a better scenario at the point of attack. And then our quarterback play, let's give King and King Red the chance to take it with a little bit of separation from the defense, put them in shotgun, and allow some misdirection to allow to open up receivers. But the best thing is we can put Calvin Neal, Jordan Lewis, Robert Rim, Isaac General, Tony Bruton, King Red, and Corey King on the field at the same time and hide them. And instead of relying on the great protection and one-on-one coverage or motions and shifts to get a guy open like the spread would, we have to throw the ball to Jordan. We just hand it to him. Let's get the ball to our playmakers, because our running backs really, really ran hard. Tony Bruton's rushed for 100 yards 2 weeks in a row. But give them a chance to be successful, and that's what we've done. If I was a hard-headed coach, I'd say, no, this is what we're doing till the end. But I want to win. I'm a winner. Our coach staff's a bunch of winners. Our kids are winners. So let's find ways. If that means I spent 5 hours on Monday typing everybody's wristbands to be able to change the offense. So I'm going to give them the work, and I think the kids have bought into the work that it takes, and we want to win. So we've made that process to do it, and I think this offense will be a lot more fun. I think we'll have a lot less people in the stands, complaining. We'll have more fans going, oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
These guys are, it's a neat offense. I think it brings some excitement to the table. So.
Yeah, it's a broadcaster's nightmare, just because of all the the hiding and the misdirection, and you really got to be. I got to tell myself I have to be patient.
Well, here's our 10-play strip. You can have that.
Oh, maybe I should
take the strip with you so you know who's getting the ball.
All right, and let's talk about this team, because the future is in front of it. The playoffs are what the whole regular season's about. You're in a division where there's not a ton of teams or a region that aren't a ton of teams. You can still make the playoffs.
Sure can.
And your schedule, the meat of the schedule is in front of you, and that's what's going to keep this team going. Is that what the players are seeing too? Do they understand that, look, it's about the playoffs and the schedule gets easier?
Yeah, I think when you talk to our seniors, we felt like we were in the Bellevue game that we could have we returned a punt that got called back to tie it. Lake Highland Prep, we forced 6 turnovers in their first 6 drives, but we had more. And we were playing at 1 o'clock in the morning. Our wheels kind of fell off the last couple of games. It'd be nice to have some of those confidence games other teams have had. Sure. We missed out on 2 of those, so we could have easily been 2-2 going into Dillon with a high confidence rate. So I think when you look at the rest of our schedule, I'm not discounting any of these teams, but they're also struggling, 0-3, 0-4, and I think that gives you when you're down a little bit of confidence to go into it, seeing the whole picture of we were supposed to have these 3 top games spread out through the season. It didn't end up that way. So 6-3, I believe, puts us in the playoffs with a lot of these teams that are going to pick up some wins throughout the year. We're on the right track, and it's all about will to and want to from here on out. So it's all in front of us, and I think the kids see that too. That we're not a bad football team. We just have struggled at certain times.
Well, Coach, best of luck, and as we head down to Bush now, it's going to be a fun game no matter what. I'm excited about seeing this wing. Best of luck. And,
thank you so much.
Go Celtics.
That's right.
Life South would like to honor and thank all of our Hispanic blood donors during Hispanic Heritage Month. O negative blood is the most commonly used because it is the universal donor, and 66% of the Hispanic population is type O. Hispanic donors are more likely to be a match with Hispanic patients. Make sure you do your part for your community by finding your nearest blood mobile or center. Visit lifesouth.org for more information. Hasta pronto.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax, quality cars, outlet prices.
Bushnell, Florida. The rain has stopped, thank goodness, because I'm on top of the press box and I'm missing home already in the beautiful press box that is at Trinity Catholic. But tonight's going to be a fun one, as we mentioned earlier, and you heard Coach Sturdivant talking about it. I'm just really, really curious to see how this offense is going to play out. I mean, here we are. You know, they should have played, 5 games. They've played 3 because of 2 cancellations. There's identity of this football team for the Celtics is just unknown. Who are they? We know their defense is sound, but they're just getting worn out because the offense is just unable to put any drives together. They'll make a lot of mistakes, and as you heard in the interview, Coach Sturdivant really believes that that's because they're just trying so hard. They're trying to do so much. And that background noise you are going to hear all night because I am literally on top of these speakers. And it's going to be one of those kinds of games, so bear with me. I believe I'm doing it solo tonight. Haven't done a solo game in a while. This is going to be fun. But again, I'm looking forward to a really, really good football game. Both teams need this. Coach Lawrence for South Sumter last year, hey, he was a coach of the year in Class 4A. Now he comes back and he's just begging for a win. They only have 4 returning seniors on this team. You turn the tide, you look at the Celtics, they've got senior leadership, but they got to find an offensive line, and they've got to find a quarterback who they can trust. They believe they have some freshmen that are coming up. But, hey, that's tomorrow, and today is what pays the bills if you're a head coach at any level. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen. It's going to be a gorgeous night as the rain has cleared the area, kind of softened the ground, if you will, slowed down the track, which I believe hurts the Celtics because I believe they're the quicker team. They haven't been able to say that all year long. I think you're going to be able to see some of the playmakers. I think you're going to be able to see Robert Rim get involved, and he hasn't been very involved, and he's a big man, plays bigger than his size. He's a senior. I think you're going to see Lewis, who is arguably the best playmaker on this football team. He's big. He's going to be a tough matchup coming out of that wing back, getting ahead of steam, running downhill. And also, I think the double deuces in the backfield with King and Bruton are going to have big games. As Coach Sturdivant talked about in the interview, Tony Bruton, very, very sneaky, has had back-to-back 100-yard games. You know, when you look back, I think back at both those games, it kind of shocks me. I'm a little bit surprised by that. I think this defense is going to hold up. It's all the matter of if they can execute, stay in their lanes with this power I formation, predominant I that you know the people of Bushnell run with South Sumter, and they've got issues of their own on the quarterback side. I was talking to one of their coaches earlier today, and they're struggling. They've got a quarterback who just got called up to varsity 3 weeks ago, and that's a very, very young man, and his name is Garrett Miller. He's 5'9", 147-pound freshman. So Coach Sturdivant can talk all about that. Celtics fans know all about starting a freshman quarterback and the pain that goes with that. They've got 3 or 4 backs that they can interchange at any time. And the leader, you're going to hear his name a lot, and that is Trevor Wilson. Trevor Wilson's, he's only a sophomore. This team for South Sumter, they're trying to reload, but, you know, that's tough. That doesn't happen at a county this size. They're going to rebuild, try to make another state run in a year or two. But they've got a strong future. There's some talent in this county, and I've talked about it a lot. As a coach, I think I'm 1 in like 25 in this county, from soccer, flag football, baseball. Atrocious record here with baseball, and that's because they're a big county, very rural, and they care deeply about their athletics. And I expect a full house on both sides of the field tonight, and it's going to be fun. It's football. It's Friday night on a gorgeous, almost at October. Getting a little ahead of myself, but it's going to be a gorgeous night. So what we're going to do is we're going to step aside, but before we do that, I really need to thank our sponsors. And that all starts at the top with Automax. Our Red Zone again tonight will be sponsored by Automax, and they're on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars, outlet prices. If you need a car, there's no better place to start and stop than Automax. Verizon Wireless, and by the way, I just got the new Gear S3 watch, smartwatch, and it's simply amazing. And you can get yours too from Matt Wilkerson, where he comes to you in Marion County, by Ocala Aviation, located at the Ocala Airport, where you can learn to fly, and by Life South Community Blood Centers. Safe lives, give blood. All right, again, you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax, quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Life South would like to honor and thank all of our Hispanic blood donors during Hispanic Heritage Month. O negative blood is the most commonly used because it is the universal donor, and 66% of the Hispanic population is type O. Hispanic donors are more likely to be a match with Hispanic patients. Make sure you do your part for your community by finding your nearest blood mobile or center. Visit lifesouth.org for more information. Hasta
Welcome back to South Sumter High School right here in Bushnell, Florida on a gorgeous fall night. I could say that. It's official. And tonight the South Sumter Raiders are taking on the Trinity Catholic Celtics right here in just south of Marion County, one county over here in Sumter. It's home of Larry's favorite spot. They make that great manure that we always talk about, Larry. So, before we go much further, I really want to talk about some of the changes that have been made to this offense for Trinity, and they really made some major changes up front. They, as Coach said in the interview, they decided to go with to play up their weaknesses, and their weaknesses over the last few weeks has been that offensive line. So the offensive line tonight, I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to that and see if they can actually create some gaps for this team. And that all starts with Hunter Folsom, the big senior, 6'2", 265. He's going to have to carry the load tonight. He's replacing a freshman. Peter Bank, who moved back to JV just so he could get his confidence back. It's hard for a 14-year-old to play offensive line at this level, especially the people he's been playing with. Now, Folsom's going to be on the left side of that line is going to be Robert Morales, another senior. And to the right side of that is going to be Romero. And Romero is just a sophomore, small guy, but from what I hear, he's strong as an ox. And the two tackles are going to be Sam Kwiatkowski, big guy, 6'5", 220, and his frame is long. And if he can get his arms extended, he can make a hole there for Robert Rim and Jordan Lewis, who are coming out on the wingbacks. And then on the right side, they've got Brandon Dixon, a senior, 6'3", 250. So we've made a lot of changes to this offensive line just so they can get their athletes in charge, and in charge and on the ball. And Isaac General had a big game last week. Calvin Neal, you heard Coach Sturtevant talk about this leader, 6'3", 190. And let's see how they could create holes for this offense with Montez Leaf back there, Tyreek Etienne back there, and of course the double deuces of King and Bruton. Quarterback this week is going to be back to King Red. He started the season, but what we're going to do right now, we're going to come back for the kickoff as they're going to play the national anthem, but we're going to step aside. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax, quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Life South would like to honor and thank all of our Hispanic blood donors during Hispanic Heritage Month. O negative blood is the most commonly used because it is the universal donor, and 66% of the Hispanic population is type O. Hispanic donors are more likely to be a match with Hispanic patients. Make sure you do your part for your community by finding your nearest blood mobile or center. Visit lifesouth.org for more information. Hasta pronto.
One of the best things about living in beautiful Central Florida is that we get to have a garden all year long. Spend some time on Tuesday mornings in the garden with Carol Ann Baldwin right here on WOCA The Source from 9 till 10 a.m. Carol Ann will take your phone calls, and she'll even check out your photos on her In the Garden Facebook page. Grab a tall glass of something refreshing and spend an hour in the garden with Carol Ann each Tuesday morning right here on The Source, WOCA.
And welcome back to South Sumter High School, home of the Raiders. I'm sorry. Yes. And we are live here as the Trinity Catholic Celtics take on the South Sumter Raiders. And tonight, 2 0-3 teams are coming out and to see if they can get on the scoreboard with a win. Both teams are sending out their captains for the coin toss as we get ready to start. Right now, just to kind of paint the scene, South Sumter Raiders, it's a tough place to get into. I mean, the parking lot is kind of buried back there. If you've never been here, it's all the way at the back side of the school. And, parking all the way at the front and in the rain. And we weren't welcomed with the kindest of greeting as the head coaches wouldn't give me who the starting lineups were. I've kind of pieced it together. But it's going to be a good night nonetheless. The Celtics are lined up in the end zone as they get ready to come out with the Celtics. And they're doing the coin toss right now. And the official is explaining the rules as we wait to see who's going to win the coin toss. Going through their X's and their O's. The South Sumter Raiders are lined up on the right side, getting ready to break through their banner, as the Celtics are lined up on my left. Now, the Celtics are going to get the ball first, and they're going to move from our left to our right. And so let's take one more break before we get the kickoff. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
One of the best things about living in beautiful Central Florida is that we get to have a garden all year long. Spend some time on Tuesday mornings in the garden with Carol Ann Baldwin right here on WOCA The Source from 9 till 10 a.m. Carol Ann will take your phone calls, and she'll even check out your photos on her In the Garden Facebook page. Grab a tall glass of something refreshing and spend an hour in the garden with Carol Ann each Tuesday morning right here on The Source, WOCA.
Hurricane Maria left Puerto Rico in ruins. They need our help. The office of Dr. Duane is asking the public to help with non-perishable food, lanterns, battery-operated fans, diapers, insect repellent, etc. Drop-off sites include Dr. Jordan's office in Lady Lake, Country Oaks Veterinary Clinic in Summerfield, Forest High School, and Golden Ocala Tennis. For more information, contact Dr. Jordan's office at 352-633-0473 and
Welcome back to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA The Source. I am Galen, Unold, and we are live at South Sumter High School in Bushnell, Florida, as the Trinity Catholic Celtics are taking on the South Sumter Raiders. And the Celtics are going to get the ball first. They're going to be moving from our left to our right tonight. And back deep for the Celtics is Corey King. And, of course, his Deuce is Wild is Bruton is back there with him. Kicking off for the Raiders tonight, and again, they have freshmen all over the place, is Ezekiel Lopez. He's an 11th grader, 127 pounds, and he's 5'8". So he's not a huge human being. I don't think he's going to make any tackles tonight. But as long as he's got a good foot, it's going to be interesting because talking about kicking, the strength of the Celtics team thus far this year has been the Celtics kicker, which is Nick Ryan. Crowd starting to fill in. Trinity Catholic represented well with those that brave the weather and, of course, the horrific traffic because of Lake Panasoffkee being under construction for the last 15 or 16 years. And I think it's going to continue well on into the next administration. All right, so here we go. Lopez is going to line up on the right hash as he approaches the ball. Gets ready to kick off. All the referees are looking around, making sure that they're good to go. Don't touch that. All right, here we go. And Lopez puts his foot in the ball, and it's a short, poochy kind of kick. And it goes out of bounds right at the 24-yard line, and that'll be a flag on the play. So Trinity Catholic's going to have a really good field position here to start off in their brand new, they're going to see what they can do with this double wing. And again, I will tell you, bear with me because the play, you have to be very, very patient on the call. And so I'm going to take my time to make sure I get this one right because it can come from any angle. So the Celtics are going to start 1st and 10 on their own 35 as King brings them underneath the center. Now he's going to work from shotgun now. And if you remember last week, he was under center. All the quarterbacks have been in center because of running the veer. So here they go. They're to the line. King is back. He hands it off the rim, runs to the left side, breaks a tackle. And the South Sumter got penetration there right over the left side of the offensive line and kind of blew that play up. And I'll tell you, that's the side of the line that Coach Sturdivant wanted to play to all day. And that town, South Sumter, who runs a base 4-4 with one safety back, read it and blew it up and just took over the offensive line. King takes a snap, he runs the pitch, fakes it, heads up the middle for no gain, and he gets right back for a loss of about half a yard. Again, the Celtics just can't seem to do anything on the first two downs, so here they go again, 3rd and 10, and the offensive line didn't have any holes there. And we've talked about that offensive line and what they need to do. But this is a bad situation. 3rd and 11. Lewis is lined up to the right wing, rim to the left. A fullback, direct snap to the fullback. He takes it, runs to the left side, and he is brought down for a 2-yard gain. And not a good start there for the Celtics offense. Another 3 and out as Isaac General headed right up the middle before he was met by Cameron Hudson of South Sumter. 10:37 left to go here in the first quarter. First punt of the game for Nick Ryan. And this young man has kept them in ball games and let their defense work. He's going to be standing at his own 26. He puts his foot in the ball, and he bangs an end over end that bounces at the South Sumter 30. Takes a good hop, goes inside the 20 to the 15, and it's going to be touchdown there, where it'll be Raider football for their first possession. 1st and 10.
Let's hear for that Raider defense.
Hey, you got to admit that another great kick there by Nick Ryan. And he has split the field position many times. Now let's see if the Celtics defense that has created turnovers early in the ball game can do something here just to get the spark they need. Celtics haven't led all year. They've only scored a handful of touchdowns, and they need something positive to get this team going, to get the crowd behind them. You know, you heard Coach Sturdivant talk about, the crowd and how they need to get behind them. This is the moment. All right, and so there's the snap, and the young sophomore drops back, but there's a flag on the play for illegal procedure, and that'll set up 1st and 15. Good start for the Celtics defense again. And again, we talked about the quarterback for the Raiders, and that's Gareth Miller, sophomore. Young man getting his, I believe, first start of the year. But this has been the strength of this Celtics team all year, has been this defense. It's their time to shine once again, and there's a man in motion. He drops back to pass. Williams throws it out to no one. The closest guy there was a cone, and a cone, he was playing the man, not the ball, which is the way you're supposed to do that on man-to-man coverage, and it was thrown to nowhere. So it'll be 2nd down and 15. And again, the Raiders play a single back set. They put a lot of men in motion, fake the jet sweep an awful lot, and they rely on that big, and I mean big, offensive line. They average right about 240 across the line, and there's a quick snap, heads up right up the middle on the fullback lead right there, and that was Wilson, but he's brought down right at the original line of scrimmage, so it'll set up 3rd and 10, 9:55 left to go here in the first quarter. Big opportunity here for the Celtics defense. So now the Raiders are going to come out in shotgun formation, 2 wideouts to the left side. They're going to give it to the inside, the running back Wilson, and he turns ahead, but well short of the first down. And that is going to be a 4th and about 6. Good hold there by the Celtics. They gained a little field position in that on that possession. And so now it is going to be punt time for the Raiders as the Celtics defense stands tall again. Lopez is the punter. Back deep is Rim and Bruton. Check that, that's Corey King. And Lopez almost gets a block, but it's a nice spiraling kick that bounces right at the 50 and goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark that. But good field position here for the Celtics for their second possession. Last possession, they didn't gain a single yard. Let's see if they can do any better. Neither offense has done much all year. They're relying on that defense. And it's a good start, but you've got to score to win. And so the Celtics are going to come out. The ball's going to be on the Celtic side of the 50, if there is such a thing. They come out that double wing formation. And again, the Tigers are in that base 4 formation. They aren't getting a little fancy. I don't think they feel the need to. It's just a matter of what this Celtics offensive line can do. So now King is going to be in the shotgun formation. To his left is going to be Corey King. Montez Leap to the right along with Lewis, and it's a shotgun snap. He's going to throw it out into the flats, and it's picked off right there by the Raiders, and he fumbles. But it's going to be Raider ball as he gets it back at the Raider side of the 42. Not a good throw there at all by King. Red. And that's a turnover, and that's what the Celtics cannot afford to do. Wow. Defense stands tall. The offense once again makes a mental mistake, and now they got to turn right back around and get back on defense. And this time the Raiders have great field position here. Still early in the first quarter, 8:57 left to go. The Raiders are going to come to the line directly from the sideline. Quarterback is under center in a power I formation. Miller's underneath the center. He gives it to the deep back, and that's Wilson, and Wilson turns ahead. Good blocking up front for a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Tackled by number 6, Calvin Neal.
Along 6.5, we'll call it.
2nd and 7.
Nice tackle up there up front by Morales for the Celtics as he caught him from behind. And again, the Celtics defense has not been the problem this year. And there's a shotgun snap. They're going to give it to the deep man, and he turns ahead, gets 3, gets 4, and that'll set up 3rd and 4 as Dylan Warner with the grab.
37-yard line.
Big play, another big play for the Celtics defense. Trinity has relied on this team, this side of the ball, all year long. The kicking game has been solid. 3rd and 4. Quarterback's underneath the center. He gives it to the man. He gets a first down and more and turns ahead for a gain of right at about 9. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 30. And that was King Red with the tackle.
And that's enough for South Sumter.
Well, I'll tell you what, the announcer is obnoxious as it gets right there if you're a Celtics fan. All right, and there's a handoff to Wilson. Wilson heads to the right side for a gain of about a yard. That'll set up 2nd down and 9. Lewis on the tackle, and Lewis flies around the ball. And again, I asked some pretty good questions. Well, they're my questions, so of course they're good. But of Coach Sturdivant in the pregame about this defense and what they play. And as he said, it confuses the other side. 2nd and 9, and there's another handoff to Wilson. Wilson heads to the right side for maybe a yard. I don't know if they're even going to give him that, but another 3rd and long. And this time, the tackle was led by Corey King, and Lewis was there with him. You can tell they have playmakers on the Celtics. They just have to be able to get the ball in space to be able to use that athleticism. Thus far, it hasn't been allowed. Celtics have had 2 possessions. They've run 4 plays. No gain and an interception. Now they got trip whites with a bunch set to the left. Shotgun formation. They're going to give it to the running back, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage by Morales, who pulls him down after a gain of 1. Now it's 4th and 7, and it's decision time for the coach of the year last year, Mr. Lawrence, but he's going to keep the ball. He's like, hey, my defense can play, and the Celtics offense can't do much better. So here we go. Big play here early on in the first quarter. 4th and a long 7 as the rain begins to fall again. Power I. Quarterback gives it, fakes it to the deep man, and he's looking for the tight end, and he's got him. But it's well short of the first down, and he actually drops the ball. Nice coverage there by Robert Grimm. It would have been well short of the first down. Good, sound defense there by the Celtics not to buy the fake. And it'll be 1st and 10 Celtics, so the interception didn't hurt them, other than just tiring out that defense. If you've ever played football, you know it takes a lot more effort to play defense than it does offense. And most of these kids on the Celtics play both ways, both sides of the ball. Let's see how they can deal with it. King's back underneath the center. King red, and he gives it to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side, makes a man miss, turns ahead, spins forward. Did a lot of work for those 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 6:05 left to go here in the first quarter. And now we're going to step aside for the water break because there's not enough water for any of us. So we are going to step aside too. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football on WOCA, The Source.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
3rd down.
Welcome back to Bushnell, Florida, where the Trinity Catholic Celtics are taking on the South Sumter Raiders. 5:29 left to go here in the first quarter. They're going to give it to Bruton over the left side. He gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Celtics are going to go hurry up on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 4. King takes the snap in shotgun. He runs to the right side and is met right at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be 4th and 4. And it's decision time for Coach Sturdivant. And he's going for it here. How about this? Celtics got the ball on their own 36-yard line, and they're going for it. Power set. King's got the snap. He's going to fake it. He's going to give it up the middle, and that's Bruton. Bruton heads it forward and gets 8 for the first down. What a call. Now, that's a gutsy call. That's trust in your defense right there, as King gave the snap right off of the shotgun snap, and he ran right up the middle, right behind that senior Folsom for a first down. 1st and 10 now from the 44. Again, they're going to give it back to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side this time. He's got a little room, and that's going to be a gain of 5. They're going to call it 6. That'll set up 2nd down and 4. And this is the best 2 plays the Celtics have had I've seen all year. Maybe they've found something. Maybe they've made the adjustments they need. 2nd down and 6. I think this weather's going to help the Celtics with their misdirection. King's in shotgun. And they're going to give a direct snap to the up man. He's at the 5. He gains 5, 7, 8 yards. Nice little play there by a cone, and that's that double wing that I talked about. I don't know how he got the ball, but he got the direct snap and turned ahead for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Celtics side of the ball. That's 3 positive plays in a row. King asks for the snap. He gets it. He's going to give it to King. King stumbles in the backfield, but he's got a hole. He heads ahead, moves ahead for 3 yards. And that'll set up second down and 7. Positive yards for these Celtics. That's what they need. If they gain 2 or 3, that's okay, because those big hits will come. This is the kind of sustained drive this defense needs. All right, King's back underneath the center. King Red. King's in the backfield. Red's going to keep it himself. Heads to the left side. Makes a man miss. Spin move. He's at the 30. He's got daylight. Nothing but the touchdown in front of him. He dives for the pylon, and he gets in. We're waiting for the mark. No! They're going to say he stepped out at the 2-yard line. What a play there by King. Red. He faked it to King, who was a tailback next to him. He kept it on the bootleg. Got a great block there by that senior-laden left side. And he headed all the way down for a 36-yard gain to set up first and goal from the 2-yard line. Kwiatkowski with a great block there. Red drops back. He's going to give it, and it's a fumble. But thankfully, King fell on the ball. But another mistake. Here they go. They get down to the knocking on the door, and they make a 5-yard loss there. That's going to set up second down and 7 for the Celtics. And South Sumter's like, whoa, let's hold on a second. Let's take a break here as they call timeout. 3:11 left to go. Let's kind of recap this drive as the rain continues to fall here in Bushnell. The Celtics went for it on 4th down, 4th and 7 on their own 36 and picked it up. That's a real vote of confidence for that offensive line. And after that, they just ran the ball and ran the ball and ran the ball. I'll be shocked if you see another pass after the first one was picked off by the Raiders. But now, all of a sudden, they have something going. They're able to use the athleticism of Red and the athleticism of Bruton, and they're able to get to the edge behind their big offensive line, the strong side of their offensive line, which is Folsom, their center, Kwiatkowski, their left tackle. So they come back from the sidelines. Red's in shotgun. Bruton next to him. He gets the handoff to the left side. Looking for a block. Doesn't get it. And he's brought down for a 1-yard gain. Good play there on the South Sumter defense as they strung that out and sets up 3rd down and 5.
Number 11, Kingston Adam.
2:55 left to go in the first quarter. Still no score. But the Celtics are in the Automax red zone. And here comes Red. He's in the shotgun. Bruton's next to him. And there's a handoff to Rim. And Rim puts the ball on the ground, tries to cut back. But that's a loss of 10 on the play. This is what we're talking about when we talk about the mistakes. Celtics have the ball. First and goal from the 2. Now it's 4th down from the 12. And they're going to have to bring in Nick Ryan. The wind is blowing from his right to our left. So directly from our back as the Celtics are moving from our left to our right. Nick Ryan's been the strength of this team. They're going to put the tee right at the 17-yard line. So it'll be a 27-yard kick. There's a snap. It's good. It's down, and it's blocked. Wow. 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 That's all you can say about that. Again, the right side, just on the left side of the offensive line kind of broke down, and a player, Wilson, came through on the right side and made the. And so now it's 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 20-yard line, as luckily Acone was able to recover it. He was the holder, just didn't get it done. They couldn't block for that extra half second. No score after a good drive, though. I'm going to take the high on that side. Good drive, where they went for it on 4th down, but came up short. Here we go, power I formation for South Sumter. They go on 2, and the Celtics jump. And that's going to be a 5-yard gain via the referees for South Sumter Raiders.
1st and 5.
1st and 5 now. 1:55 left to go here in the first quarter. Celtics back on defense. Got to get the ball back. Split power I formation. They're going to give it to the up back. And he's brought down. No, he's not. He turns ahead, powers his legs there for a gain of 6. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Sumter Raiders. And that was Jarvis Payne on the carry. And the announcer, I could just hand the microphone over to him. I mean, we were literally feet, inches from these giant speakers. If you've ever seen the Blues Brothers, and you know that speaker they had attached to the top of the cop car, it's twice that size. All right, now Miller comes back to the line of scrimmage. He gives it to the deep man, Wilson, and Wilson turns ahead for 2 yards, and that's going to set up a 2nd and 8 for the South Sumter Raiders. And again, nice play there by King, who was able to make the tackle. Here we go, 2nd down and 8 for South Sumter. They send a man in motion, and there's a flag on the play, and that looks like it's going to be illegal procedure against the Raiders. 2 young-ish teams. Raiders are very young, but they're actually going to call it in the neutral zone on the defense. So now instead of 2nd and 8, it's 2nd and 2. I guess they're going to call it 2nd and 3. I guess 8 minus 5 equals 3. All right, here we go. 56 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Sumter's got the ball. They're going to give it to the up man. Nope, they fake it to the up man, give it to the pitch, and he is gone. But he's caught from behind by King right at the 48-yard lines after a 20-yard gain. Nice play there. They fooled me. They fooled the whole Celtics defense. That's going to be a first down right at the 48-yard line as the young sophomore, check that, freshman, faked the dive and then pitched it out wide. Nice little play there. First down and 10. Now they're going to give it to the dive, and he's brought down after a 1-yard gain. That'll set up 2nd down and 8. It's a little difficult to see the numbers tonight because of the rain, and I am about 10 miles away from the field, I guess. But it is 2nd down and 8. This will be the last play of the first quarter, barring a penalty, I guess. Sumter's going to come out in the shotgun formation, bunch set up to the left, and the Celtics are going to jump off sides. I guess I shouldn't have said anything. And another mental mistake, 3rd penalty of the drive for the Celtics. That's 15 free yards right after a blocked kick and a interception return. So here we go, 2nd down and 4, but that will be the end of the first quarter. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
All right, and welcome back to Bushnell, Florida, where the Celtics are playing the Raiders, and right now we start the second quarter 0-0. And I am joined now by Duane, who's been wandering around aimlessly. You know, it's just like a Marine and even the Navy guy to guide him where to go. I should have just pointed you and say, there's the beach, son, go get him.
Well, I don't take that personally since I'm Air Force.
Oh, I thought you were a Marine. All right, good. Well, you know, I can make even more fun of the Air Force. All right, here we go. It's 2nd down and 3, and the Celtics jump off sides again unless he was drawn, and he is not. And so that's 20 yards just on this drive alone in free yards. That's just too much for the team that struggled all year just to do anything, and that's the second first down.
Simple mental mistakes.
Yeah, because of the penalties. All right, so here we are, 11:58 to go here in the first half. And now the Raiders are going to come to the ball in a wing-back set. Miller is deep. He gets the handoff, gives it to the up man, and he turns ahead for a nice gain of 4 yards. And that fullback dive kind of play. If you can do that and get 4 yards, it's going to be a long night for the defense.
Oh, yeah, the line gave him a nice push.
Young team here for the Raiders. And the Celtics, they've got to come up and make a stand here. It's tough to read when it's raining. My paper's wet. It's a mess. We're standing out here, but we're going to do the best we can. And I'm with an Air Force guy. He's used to an office. All right, here we go. And Miller hands it off. This time after a little trickery, they hand it off to Payne, and he gets 2 yards. That'll set up 3rd down and 6.
43, Freddie Martin with the carry.
All right. We are in Bushnell, and I've never been treated well here, I'll be honest with you. As a coach, I'm like 1 for 20-something. My son reminded me as I walked out the door. All right, here we go. Miller's underneath the center. It's a fumble. The ball is on the ground, and that's going to be 4th and long as the Raiders fell on it. Big play there. 2 teams that make a lot of mistakes, and that time Dixon for the Celtics was the closest man to the ball.
Yeah, in my day, they would have given us a lot of ball drills the next practice.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are. But it's getting wet, and fumbles and ball security is going to be the difference in this game. Lopez is here to kick. Back deep is Robert Grimm. Oh, and the punter fumbles the ball. He runs to the left, and he's brought down by Lewis right at the Celtic side of the 50. It'll be great field position, and that's the boost this offense needed. Lewis came through. It wasn't a good snap. And on a wet day, a wet ball, that ball just slid right through his wickets. Kid's obviously never played second base, or he makes that play. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Celtics. Now, King Red's going to come out with this Celtics team. They need something positive to happen. They had a great drive, long sustained drive, got all the way to the 2-yard line, and then bogged down with penalties and fumbles and a blocked field goal. Now they got the ball back. King's in shotgun. He drops back. He looks to the right side. He's looking deep. He's under pressure, trying to make a man miss, but he's brought down and for some reason shovels it backwards to King. Ill-advised play there. It was a loss of 10. Could be a loss of the football, but thankfully they called it a forward pass. Did they call that a forward pass? If they did, that was maybe that was the smartest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Since it worked. They're going to call an incomplete pass. Wow, it was intended for King. And Red made a smart play there, I guess, because he got away with it. 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 20. Now they're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side. He churns ahead and gets 4 yards, and that's going to set up 3rd and a long 5.
I love the way he dropped his shoulders and just kept his legs churning through there.
It's so true. It's so fun to watch this guy play. He's not the largest human being on the planet. I think he's 5'7", 5'8". I think he's listed in our program at a little bigger than that, but he's not. And it's fun to watch Corey King.
Yeah.
Red's in the shotgun, but they give a direct snap, and that's Montez Leaf, who turns ahead. He's right near the sticks. That's going to set up 4th and a short 1. And you got to think Coach Sturdivant's going to go for it here since he went for it before.
The running game is working well for him.
It finally is. I think they've solved some problems on that offensive line, and that's been the bugaboo for this team all year. But let's see what Coach Sturdivant decides to do. They went for it almost at the exact same position of the field, going the other direction earlier in the first quarter. I can't imagine him not going for it here. This is one of those times where if you're the quarterback, you go on 2.
Yeah.
You know?
Try to catch him off guard somehow, keep him off balance. 4th and 1 with that kind of running attack, I'd go for it.
Yeah. So what did you do in the Air Force?
I was avionics. I was a Sparky.
Oh, all right.
Spark chaser.
I have no idea what that means.
Worked on radios, radar, that kind of stuff, yeah.
All right. So now you're over to Ocala Aviation?
Yes, I am. I'm a flight instructor there.
All right.
And enjoying it.
Good. It's an awesome place over there. All right, and they are one of our sponsors, so thank you, Ocala Aviation. If you want to fly with Duane, call them. Here we go, 4th and 1. Big play here is Reds takes the deep snap. He hands it off to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side. He's met right at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be short. Right side of that South Sumter D-line just stood up. Kwiatkowski and just made a move.
Still, I got to give those young men a hand. It looked like the exchange was not going to be as smooth, and they still managed to pull it off and maintain control of the ball.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice little play there on the right side of that defensive line, led by Landon Adams. And we are surrounded by coaches. One's screaming, which is kind of fun. The other one's like, gosh, it's amazing to hear the battle. All right, so Miller's underneath the center. He keeps it himself. Heads to the left side, but is brought down just behind the line of scrimmage by Red. And you can see his speed on a play like that. He's playing that rover back, sprints 8 yards, and he's as fast as any man on the field.
Yeah, I see.
He's so much fun to watch. You watch, if you come to a Celtics game, if you watch 32 and 17, you're going to see the ball because they go to the ball. All right, so Miller for the South Sumter Raiders comes back at second 11. He gives it to the up man. He turns ahead, gets 6 before he's brought down there by, first time we've called his name all night. I'm a little shocked by that. And that, of course, is the tight end, Calvin Neal.
Third down, South Sumter.
3rd and 5. The rain's still intermittent. As a pilot, you know how important weather is.
Oh, yes, it's essential, especially once you get that instrument rating. Yeah, you have to be on top of your weather skills.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 6. And South Sumter's going to call their second timeout, and we are going to step aside as well. You are listening to Celtic football right here on WOCA, The Source.
They saw the impossible become the possible. And today, the sky is not the limit. Achievement. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
An unexpected pregnancy can turn a young woman's life upside down. The House of One in Faith in Ocala gives these young women a place to live in privacy and comfort under the Christian care of counselors who will guide and protect both the woman and her unborn child. The House of One in Faith is confidential, loving, and free. For more information, call 352-687-8895.
If you find an animal or a bird that needs help, call Animist Foundation at 352-843-6379. They will come and get the animal if you can't take it to them. High school students and those with court-ordered community service can earn required hours in this rewarding environment. And veterans who share a bond with animals and parents who have been through mental or physical trauma are especially welcomed. Families, clubs, and tourists can arrange for tours of Animist without driving for hours or miles. Consider volunteering. Animist needs you.
It's 3rd and 5 for the Raiders, and Miller drops back to pass. He's looking, but he's got nothing, and all of a sudden he's sacked for a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, Lewis was right on top of him. Didn't give him any room to breathe.
Great play there by the Celtics defense to set up this 4th down and 11. That's the kind of play this defense is capable of making when they're on, but they just get worn out by their offense not executing. Lopez is back to snap. He fumbled the last time. This time a much better snap. And it's blocked there by Lewis, and that ball bounces forward to the 44-yard line of the Celtics. Not the kick they were looking for, as it was about a 15-yard kick. But again, you can see the athleticism of Lewis.
Yeah, he got back there. He wasted no time. Like you said, he finds the ball. He just has a nose for it.
Yeah, and they're just trying to get him the ball on offense to see how he can do the same thing with the ball in his hands. It's just been tough sledding for the Celtics offense. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 with the ball sitting at the 45-yard line. Celtics good field position again. They are dominating field position in this game. Red is going to be in the shotgun formation. Looks like King is next to him. And King's going to get the fake, but Red's going to keep it. He makes a man miss on the edge, and what a move that was as he spins, moves, and gets another 4 yards. That should have been a gain of 2, when instead it's a gain of 6.
He gave a 2nd and 3rd effort. He kept the legs turning, and he kept his body moving. He wouldn't let anybody just bring him down.
That's the kind of move that if you and I do it, our half our body just separates itself. I mean, that's the athleticism that Red can bring to the quarterback position. Shotgun formation. Bruton next to him on the left this time. He gets the snap. He's going to give it to King. I'm sorry, that's King, and he's wide open. He goes over the right side, has a hole. He's all the way down to the 30, And it's going to be first down from the Sumter side of the football with 1st and 10 from the 27. Nice block there on the right side of that offensive line by Dixon and Romero. And also, Robert Rim made a nice block to spring him loose. Montez Leith is in there on that side as well, and that's what Coach Sturdivant talked about in the pregame.
And they didn't stop. They gave it the downfield effort as well.
1st and 10. Red hands it off to King. King heads to the right side, stiff arms a man, turns ahead, and gains 2 yards as he was really strung out there by the Sumter defense.
I like to see a running back shift that ball to the outside arm so he can keep that stiff arm available on the inside. That's good technique. Great grasp of the fundamentals.
Absolutely, because if you don't, you won't play long because you're going to put the ball on the ground. All right, here we go. 2nd down, and they're going to call it 9. It's more like 8. 6:26 left to go here in the first half. Red gets the ball. He hands it off to Bruton. Bruton puts his head down, turns ahead, gets all the way to the 21-yard line. That's going to set up 3rd down and 5. And again, that was King. I'll tell you what, I get the deuces mixed up every time. It's deuces wild. I should just say one of the deuces and then wait till he gets up and then sees it, because when they're at this angle, you cannot see their jersey.
I tell you what, they do have a staff of downhill runners, though, boy. These guys can move the ball up the middle.
All right, Red's in the shotgun. He's going to give it back to King, and King moves ahead to the right side for a short gain. That's going to set up a long 4th and 4. They are in Nick Ryan field goal range. He can kick it from here, and they're going to send the junior out to kick the ball, but the conditions are not conducive for a kicker.
No, we have to worry about that long snap. Like we saw, it can be tricky handling the ball. And even coming off the top of his foot, what condition is the ball in? How dry? How wet?
And the placement of the plant foot under these wet conditions. The wind has died down. It was blowing earlier when he tried it on the opposite side of the field. He was trying a 27-yarder there. I'm sorry, a 37-yarder there. And this is going to be a 35-yarder. Oh, let's see, they marked it the 20. It'll be about another 36-yarder. So exact same kick in the other direction. Now, Nick and I go back a ways. I actually coached him on flag football many years ago. Good kid and a great leg. It's got a Division I leg. He's a much better kicker than he is a punter.
Okay.
But here we go. They're going to spot it right at the 26, so this will be a 36-yard attempt. There's the snap. It's good. There's a whistle. Hold was good. That was just a warm-up. And somebody got a penalty. Was that a penalty? What is the call there? The officials are looking at each other. They're looking at the clock. It's 5:32. I guess South Sumter called timeout. Wonder if they had too many men on the field, or that's interesting. No reason to ice a kicker.
I was thinking the same thing. Wow, what a strategic move to ice him like that.
5:32 left to go in the first half. That, with the score 0-0, this may be the only points we see all night. Well, these two offensives have kind of struggled.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, this is the most life I've seen from the Celtics offense since the Jamboree.
Oh.
And Coach Sturdivant said it. They lost their center to injury. And since then, they haven't been able to recover. Because if you're going to run the veer, you have to run 3 plays. And that's the dive, the lead, and the ISO.
Right.
If you cannot execute those 3 plays effectively, everything's shut down. But guess what? I don't care what offense you're running. If you can't run the ball right up the middle, effectively,
exactly,
2 or 3 yards can be effective, then you're not going to play. So now, after thinking about it, Coach Sturdivant sends the offense back out there. Red's under shotgun, into shotgun. He's going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side. He needs a block, doesn't get it, and he actually loses a half yard. I think the conditions dictated that play.
Yeah. You know, likewise, I think that you thought it might be somewhat sketchy to get that kickoff.
Let's hear it again for that.
I will tell you, that may be that's if this game's going to come down to a fumble, a defensive play, some kind of a mistake.
Yeah.
The way both these two teams are playing right now. Celtics are moving the football. They're moving the football. They're getting bogged down. Once they get into behind the chain, so to speak, once the down and distance doesn't get in their favor. And the Raiders haven't done much of anything with the football either.
Right. Conditions being what they are, I wouldn't doubt that if one of these defenses scores first.
Yeah, good point. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Miller gives the man to a split back. and he heads over the left side. That's Payne, and he's brought down, and he fumbles, and that's Celtic football. Celtics have recovered. I'm not sure who recovered it or how that ball came out.
Brandon Dixon.
All right, Dixon with a nice play, but now the officials are going to talk about it. The Celtics are celebrating like it's their birthday, and that was a gift.
Yeah.
If that truly was a fumble, we got four of the 6 officials talking about it. Let's see what they call. It'll either be 1st and 10 Celtics or 2nd and 5 for the Raiders, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Raiders.
I think they're saying the knee was down.
Yeah, if you're in the NFL, this would take another 8 minutes.
Replay official.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. Miller brings the play from the sideline. Young kid, just a freshman. Back deep for Sumter is going to be Wilson. He's the feature back. He carries the load. Coach Sturdivant wants an explanation there. He wants to talk to the white hat. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe the referees needed to make sure their dinner reservations were good. Sturdivant's all the way out past the yard by the yard markers. 2nd and 5, Raiders. Miller's underneath the center. He gives it to the up back, and he's brought down for virtually no gain. They're going to give him a half a yard. That'll set up 3rd and 6. That was Dylan Warner on the carry. And I believe another nice play there by Morales for the Celtics. They're getting good penetration on the defensive line. So now the Celtics are going to come out in a power eye, and they're going to give it to the up man, and he's met in the backfield for a loss of 2. And that is Etienne with the tackle. And that's going to set up 4th and a long 4.5, maybe 5. And they're going to bring out Lopez again, the punter. And this is something the Celtics haven't been able to say. They have had fewer punts than the other team. So this is the 4th attempt. Yeah, this is the 4th attempt for Lopez. And there's the snap. It's a good one. This time it's almost blocked, but it's a low kick. Gotten by Bruton at his own 40. He heads to the right side, looks for a block from Rim. He gets it. He's over the 50. He's to the 40. He breaks the tackle and churns ahead and gets all the way to the Sumter side of the 50 to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Celtics.
Beautiful.
Now, if you're looking back, smart play by Coach Sturdivant to go for it on 4th down because he was winning the field position battle. They lost a total of 7 yards, I guess, after all things are considered.
Yeah, we haven't been on the Celtics side of the field yet, have we?
No, they have dominated the field position. And again, that bodes well for the confidence of the team. Opens up the playbook. The Celtics haven't thrown the ball since the 4th play of the game. I expect a pass right here. Shotgun snap for Red. He gets it. He hands it off to King. King heads to the left side, moves ahead somehow, and gets to a gain of 6. Wow. What an individual effort that was. And I'll tell you this, I like the extra effort we got from that big offensive line because Morales decided he wanted to he's playing left guard. He took his guy and blindsided him out past the numbers on the right. 2nd down and 5. Red takes the snap. He gives it again to King. He heads over to the left side. He's got a hole. He's at the 25. He jukes. He jumps. He dances. He spins. He gets all the way to the 17-yard line as helmets fly. 1st and 10, Celtics. What a block there on the left side of that offensive line for the Celtics.
They pushed that defense toward the inside of the field, and that just opened up the entire sideline for them.
Kwiatkowski and Morales blocked down and created a big, big hole. Red gives it to King again. King spins. He gets hit in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down after a loss of 2.
The carry tackled by number 27,
And the Celtics are going to call a timeout. Sorry for that delay, but I was just trying to figure out what was going on. Let's keep it here. Let's talk about this. 3:05 left to go in the first half. No score. Celtics driving again. 2nd down in a long 12 after that 2-yard loss.
You know what? I probably credit it to the conditions right now, as opposed to the defenses because they still haven't yet been on the Celtics side of the field.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I will tell you, coaching in these conditions almost on a daily basis, you get used to it. You actually, when it's August and into July and you are practicing, you hope it rains as long as there's no lightning. So I think every kid on this field has played in these conditions their whole life. It's not raining currently. I don't expect the conditions to be a factor unless it starts raining again. All right, Red's going to get the snap. He's going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side and is brought down for a loss of 5. I will tell you this. The right side of the offensive line isn't getting it done.
No.
Ramirez and Romero and Dixon are just not blocking well. But the left side is the place to go.
Yes, it has. It's been more productive by far.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. As Bailey Phillips is the right guard now. 3rd and 15 for the Celtics. Shotgun snap for Red. He gives it to Bruton over the right side, and he's met in the backfield for another loss of 4. And again, they try the right side. They must see something there. But I'll tell you what, the right tackle, the right guard are getting blown off the wall. It's just not working to the right. And now they're going to bring out the field goal kicker, number 10, Nick Ryan. 2:02 left to go in the first half. Now he's got a 10-yard longer field goal than he had previously. This is going to be a big kick for the young man.
I still haven't seen what they're trying to capitalize on that right-hand side.
This is going to be a 43-yard kick right here. This is big boy football. He's got the foot. He's good from about 52. And here's the snap. There it is. Good hold. And it's up. And it's got a carry. And it's short. It was about 2 yards short. I don't think he got all of that one. It didn't sound good. It didn't have that thump.
Didn't have exactly.
Give it up, Raider fan.
But 1:31 left to go in the half. They had no choice. It was 4th and 20. And they had just bogged down again. And again, I was surprised they didn't kind of throw the ball in that possession. That was the time to give it a shot. But it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 20.
They're being real cautious. They're playing very conservatively. You're going to have to launch it, even for no other reason than to keep the defense honest.
Yeah, and when we were talking, when I was talking to Coach Sturdivant, he goes, I got 5 guys who can run go routes. I've got 5 guys who can run 9s. They haven't done that at all.
No.
Let's stretch that defense. Miller's underneath the center, toss sweep to the left side. He's over the 25, puts his head down, and gets a first down. And he says, I'm going. Wilson decides he was going to get the first down on his own. That'll be a gain of exactly 10 yards. 1st and 10 Raiders.
Trevor Wilson with a nice hard run.
Nice little play there.
For another South Sumter Raider.
All right, Miller's in shotgun this time for the Raiders. Miller's to his right, and there's a bad snap, and it's a fumble. And the Celtics recover. But there's a flag on the play. No, it looks like Miller fell on it. I thought for sure that was recovered by the Celtics. But I believe the flag's going to be on the Raiders for illegal procedure because the back never looks set. Let's see what the call is. If that is the call. So that's going to be 2nd down and to my mama's house. With 1:11 left to go, let's see if the defense can get a stop and maybe the Celtics get this ball back again to end the first half.
These players are going to have to get settled if they're not going to keep marching backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down, and they're at the 12. They got to get to the 40. All right, and there's the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. He fires to the right. Oh, and there's a good morning. That's more like a good morning, good afternoon, and good night by Corey Brute. Tony Brute.
Corey King.
Yeah, it was Corey King. I get them backwards every time. They look a lot alike. I mean, I know they don't on the program, but I know their mamas can tell them apart, but I sure as heck can't.
Either way, Corey made sure he didn't hold on to that ball.
They are so fast. All right, here we go. 3rd down and a country mile. Shotgun formation for the Raiders. They're going to call another play, and that's going to be either illegal procedure lined up in the neutral zone, illegal substitution. It's on the Raiders, and now it's going to be 3rd down and more than a country mile.
There's just over a minute left. Let's see if the Celtics can capitalize on this.
May want to call a timeout after this play. This is fourth down into the manure plant right here. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 10, according to the scoreboard. All right, and there's another flag on the play.
Wow.
And this time, it's on the exact same guy. I'll tell you what, 22 is in a rush. 22, whoever he is, he just wants the announcer to call his name, apparently, because he's jumped twice in a row, and he's a wide receiver. Yeah, Andre Hart. Andre? It's an A. All right, here we go. Minute left to go. And there's a fumble right at the goal line, and it's recovered by the Celtics. Touchdown, Celtics! Good call, Duane. You said the defense was going to score. How about that for Lewis? Picked it up in the end zone, fumbled the snap. But he bobbled the snap, but it didn't matter because Lewis was coming in, and he was coming in like a freight train.
Good heads-up play.
Touchdown, Celtics, and that's got to feel good.
Yeah, they're on the board.
And this defense, I'm telling you, is legit. If they can just get a little bit of offense the way they've controlled the clock with the offense, this team can be dangerous come playoff time. 55 seconds left to go, 6-0 Celtics. The extra point is up and good. And Nick Ryan capitalizes to put the 7 on the spot. Big play there. Big play. And again, this is a 4A team tonight playing with the Raiders. The Celtics are 3A. They haven't played a 3A team that hasn't been ranked in the top 3 in the state yet. They played 1. Every team they've played up until tonight has been in the top 5 in the state FHSAA rankings. So this is a time where the Celtics can get right. A win helps the whole boosters, helps the parents. You want to go to school on Monday, you're not afraid to say, hey, I play for the Celtics. And a win cures all evils.
Oh, yeah, it does.
All ills. So, now 55 seconds left. Nick Ryan will get to kick it off. Onside kick right here. What do you think?
Yeah,
they've done it a couple of times this year. Why not?
55 seconds,
Let's see. I'm calling it. It's not going to happen, but I'm calling it.
I don't know. I'm looking at the way they're lining up.
They'll do this and then they'll spread. Yeah, they bunch up on each side and then they spread out. And again, Nick Ryan's got a heck of a foot. Just a junior. Back deep for the Raiders is Wilson. Oh, little pooch kick.
Yep.
That's a live football, and Lewis picks it up. And he catches it in the air. The Raiders were completely unaware. They had no idea what to do. And that is going to be Celtic football on the Raiders side again at the 38-yard line. You got to wonder. Nobody even moved for the football for the Raiders. They were like, I don't know what to do with that. And he caught it in the air.
That little boost, it'd be nice to see if the offense can keep the momentum going.
Wow, nice little play there for the Celtics. 1st and 10 Celtic football from the 37-yard line with 52 seconds left to go. Let's see if they can get field goal range for Nick Ryan. He missed that by about 2 yards tonight, so they need to get it inside the 30-yard line. NTN is wide open on the right side, and I mean wide open. I don't know why they didn't throw the young man the football. He was so open.
Yeah.
He was from here to my mama's house. There was nobody there.
I think he was in a bit of a rush to get that
one
off.
Boy.
Why, I don't know.
Oh, boy. Breakdown there by communication.
Just
King
a moment
Red
to look around.
Yeah, he just never saw him. And the coaches to our left for the Raiders were screaming. It's so much fun being up here, and you can see
You should have heard him. You should have heard the coach hollering.
You know what's great is when you're in the press box, and they'll start banging on the press box, and even if they're not in the same room, you can feel it. You're like, oh, something bad happened. But we have 48 seconds left here, and it's 2nd down and 8. The Celtics called the timeout after that last carry. Just reminding everybody of their responsibilities. Again, this offense was put in on Monday.
Wow.
They've been running it for really 3 days. And because of the limitations on how much time you can practice,
right.
Hats off to the offensive lines, or to the offensive coordinators.
Yeah, there have been very few misconnects on this one. They're running each play pretty efficiently.
All right, and then Red's going to get in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Rim, who heads over to the left side and loses 2. There's a flag on the play. That's going to be an illegal block. That's going to be a -10 on the Celtics. it looked like big number 56, Morales, got a little something extra there in a block in the back. So the question is, do you want to push him back? I push him back. Let's see what they do. They're going to call holding. So it's going to be 3rd and a long 19 yards. 41 seconds left to go in the first half.
This would be a nice time for a pass.
They're due. They're 0 for 1 with an interception. All right, Red's going to take the snap. He drops back. He fakes the pump. He's hit as he throws over the middle, and it's picked. And that's picked up, and he's over the 50, and he's brought down right there at the 47-yard line of the Celtics. Again, King Red was hit as he threw the ball, and it floated after that, and it floated right into the hands of the Raiders. Now the Raiders have 29 seconds to do something. Of course, Deontay Grant. Deontay Grant. He's a guy a lot of people like. He's 6'2", 203. One of the only starters from last year. 29 seconds left to go. Let's see if the Raiders can pass. They've been very effective on that halfback toss. All right, Miller's underneath the center. He gets snapped. He's illegal procedure again on the wide receiver.
Wow.
I mean, the same guy. This is a different guy, same place in the formation.
Incredible.
And his name is Matthew Williams. He's a senior. 5'3", 137 yards. When you're that small, you got to get a jump. But he just moved. I mean, he's playing that wing back, and he just shifted his feet. They're going to call that every single time. 1st and 15 now, 28 seconds left. That changes the call here. Got to be a lot more conservative now. Power I formation, and they're going to take a knee. Can't call it victory formation when you're down. So that's going to run out the clock. I think they're going to have to snap the ball one more time. 22 seconds left to go. Celtics are going to go into the half with the lead. Got to feel good about that. And that they're going to call. We're going to step aside as well. You're listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA. Hey, Larry, take a 3 minute.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
You heard me about
Hi,
the
this is Jeff Foxworthy, and there are plenty of ways to tell how you might be a redneck.
Sound okay?
For instance, if your truck is bigger than the Bloodmobile, but your house isn't, you might be a redneck.
No, you're good.
But if you have a heart as big as a Bloodmobile, you might just be a life-saving blood donor. Seriously, I am a Life South blood donor, and I encourage you to give blood too. Patients in our community rely on Life South blood to save their lives. Call 888-795-2707 or visit www.lifesouth.org for donor center and blood drive information. Remember, the life you save might be a redneck you're related to. Thanks.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Direct Connect to UCF, where students who attend the College of Central Florida and graduate with an AA or articulated AS degree are guaranteed admission to the University of Central Florida. Success coaches are ready and waiting to assist you in designing an educational plan that is right for you in any of their locations across Central Florida. Remember, connecting is easy and guaranteed. Find out more at directconnect2ucf.com.
So much easier to come from here than where we were going to be.
I'm sure.
One of the best things about living in beautiful Central Florida is that we get to have a garden all year long. Spend some time on Tuesday mornings in the garden with Carol Ann Baldwin right here on WOCA The Source from 9 till 10 a.m. Carol Ann will take your phone calls, and she'll even check out your photos on her In the Garden Facebook page. Grab a tall glass of something refreshing and spend an hour in the garden with Carol Ann each Tuesday morning right here on The Source, WOCA.
Welcome to Bushnell, Florida, as a Trinity Catholic marching band is regaling us with a little Smash Mouth. I think that's a Smash Mouth version. Could be the Beatles version.
I'd go with the Beatles. I'd give the Beatles a credit on that.
Yeah, but it kind of sounds more like the Smash Mouth version. See, now we're getting into Larry territory. Larry could have broken that down for us. All right, but welcome back. We are in Bushnell, Florida, where the Celtics have the lead 7-0 after a entertaining, shockingly for a 7-0 game. It was pretty entertaining. The Celtics offense was finally going, and then, as you said, Duane, they scored on defense.
Yeah, I could see it going back and forth. Neither offense was really able to make anything happen significant to get the ball into the red zone. But both defenses seemed to have pretty good command of the field. It just seemed like it was only going to be a matter of time before one of them capitalized off of the other team's mistakes and got the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, and you talked about that. In the first quarter, you apparently were just wandering around, checking out the sights. We were originally going to be in the visitor stands, but the athletic director was going to put us there. There's no power over there.
Yeah.
You need power to do a radio broadcast.
It helps.
He didn't seem to care at all because he's also the defensive line coach. He didn't give me the starting lineup, so I don't think he cared whether we broadcast this game because they have their own local show.
Right.
Fine, I can deal with it. So I jumped up here to the top of the press box, and your phone's dead.
Yeah.
Communication's the key.
Thank God for the maintenance man.
Yeah, and I had talked to him. He's a great guy. I said, I'm going up here, and I'm like, I'll kick me out if you want.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the first quarter. The Celtics were moving the football. They got the ball all the way down to the 2, and then they lost 10 yards after 3 plays, and then they got the kick block. So they have dominated the time of possession. They've dominated field position. Mm-hmm. And so if you look at it, their defense has played just simply outstanding, and they earned those points.
Yes, they did.
What do the Celtics need to do here in the second half to just keep the lead and to add on?
Well, like we discussed earlier, I believe they need to kind of spread that defense out, spread the Raiders' defense out. They've been going run. Okay, there were a couple of pass efforts. The last one failed because the quarterback got hit.
I'm not keeping stats because it's pouring rain, and I have just holding my paper. They're 0 for 2 with 2 interceptions.
Right.
I don't think you're going to throw the ball.
I wouldn't get quite that conservative yet. Okay, you had a couple of miscues.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because of poor ball handling that happened.
They did have a wide receiver lined up all alone on the play before the interception.
Yeah.
NTN was wide open.
Yep.
I mean, there was nobody within 25 yards of him. He catches that, and the way that kid runs, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, for some reason or other, the quarterback was in a hurry to get that one off, and he just didn't look around. He didn't survey the field before he passed the ball.
And I'll tell you, I've been very impressed by Corey King and Tony Bruton. the running backs have just done a marvelous effort.
Oh, yeah.
The way they have run the ball, I have been extremely impressed with. And I'm really, I can't believe how well they're running the football.
Sure.
They're running it hard in that, that space that nobody really wants to go to, and turning up those yards and making it work.
Marvelous second effort, marvelous third effort. These guys just don't stop. You have to pull them down.
And now it's really, again, this offense has only been in place for 3 days. They put this in place Monday night. Monday at practice.
Mm-hmm.
And the offensive line has played pretty well, especially that left side. They're just running right behind their seniors there. With the junior, Kwiatkowski, the senior, Morales, Folsom's the center. He's never played center at the high school level. And he's not doing a bad job.
Not at all.
Right side's been a little weaker with Dixon and Romero, but defensively, the star of the show has been Jordan Lewis.
For sure.
That kid is everywhere.
He finds the ball.
He's 6'4", 210. He's a senior. He's a playmaker. Now the question is can they get him the ball on offense? Can Red get him the ball? Can he disperse the ball? Can he be that quarterback? And to be honest with you, what you are in this kind of double wing, you're a point guard on offense. You're never going to throw the ball more than 5 or 6 yards. It's a lot of toss, a lot of footwork. And I'll tell you what, King Red looks really comfortable running it. Not throwing the ball very effectively, but running it, the mechanics of it, his footwork has been really solid.
Yeah, I'm amazed that they've been running this offense for such a short period of time. If I had not been told, I wouldn't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, now we got more Smash Mouth by the Celtics band, and this one is definitely Smash Mouth. It's like the Shrek soundtrack right here.
Yeah.
But it's a gorgeous night here. The rain is stopping. I think that little cell that chased me all the way down here has left.
Oh, it was following you, huh?
It felt like it. I left the house, got in the car, and it started raining. And all I can think about is we're going to be outside in the rain, and I've got to figure out how I'm going to cover up the equipment. But we sound great. I really want to give a shout out to my man Doug in the back of the booth.
Great job.
Doug, you're phenomenal. Larry, you're the best. But we still have another second half to play, and it's 7-0 Celtics. We're still at halftime. But what we're going to do is we're going to step aside, and then we're going to be right back. But you are listening to WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Daddy, you have a boo-boo on your arm.
No, sweetie, that's my bandage from giving blood today.
You were bleeding. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I donated blood today to help someone else.
Why would you need to give blood for someone else?
Well, there's people in the hospital that need blood in order to heal so they can get better and go back home to their families.
What people?
Well, people like us. Mommies and daddies, sisters and brothers, people who've been in accidents, or who are sick and need operations. You remember when Grandma was in the hospital?
Yeah, that was scary. But she got all better and we're going to her house for Christmas.
We are going to her house for Christmas, but when she was in the hospital, she needed blood in order to live.
So you saved Grandma's life!
I don't know about that, but someone who donated blood sure did. And without that blood donor, we may not be going to Grandma's house.
Daddy, are you a hero?
I'm not a hero. I'm just a daddy.
I think you're a hero.
Make someone's winter wish come true. Give the gift of life. Donate blood at Life South Community Blood Centers.
Please give blood today, just like my daddy.
Did you call Mike Scott Plumbing about the irrigation?
No, but did you know a crocodile can't stick its tongue out? Or that Humpty Dumpty rhyme never actually says he's an egg? Or that Chuck Norris counted to infinity? Twice.
Where the hell do you come up with these facts? And what's that have to do with the lawn?
Nothing really, just hoping you'd forget what you told me to do.
Well, here's a fact. Just like an elephant, I never forget. And here's another fun fact for you. If my plants die because you didn't call Mike Scott Plumbing to come over and install an irrigation system, you're going to be the one out there all night with a hose.
Well, as a matter of fact, I think I'll call Mike Scott Plumbing right now.
Now that's a fact.
237-2888.
Yes, 237-2888. Because if...
I know. If water runs through it, they do it. Did you know honeybees have 5 eyes?
Oh, brother, you're going to do this all night now, aren't you?
Or that a strawberry is not actually a berry, but a banana is? Or that Chuck Norris killed 2 stones with 1 bird? Or that polar bears are left-handed?
Have you heard of Hyperdirectory? When looking for local businesses, go to hyper.directory. No need for www, no need for .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to local companies when it matters most. Hyperdirectory is your local business directory partnered with the Ocala Chamber and Economic Partnership to bring you trusted local businesses. Keeping Ocala local. Use hyper.directory. No www, not even .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to businesses when it matters most.
And welcome back to Bushnell as the Raider band is now taking the field. We are at halftime. Celtics lead 7-0 on what's turned out to be a really gorgeous night. I'm Galen Unold. I'm joined by Duane. 2 veterans hanging out here on a gorgeous Central Florida day. And Larry's back in the studio. And Larry, let's talk about, Ocala Live, AM Ocala Live, and what you and Robin do and all the fun you guys have in the morning.
We have fun with you.
You got your mic on, Larry?
Yeah, I do have it on. Can you hear me?
I guess not.
I can't hear me.
Well, let's talk about the football game then. And I will tell you every morning, if you want local radio, you want it live, you want what's going on in our town, just this morning, Larry had the superintendent of schools in studio, and they talked, and they broke down a lot of things for 45 minutes. It's fantastic. You're not going to get that anywhere else. I mean, the local paper isn't local anymore, but the radio station is. And so please join in, listen. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time. I join them from 8 to 8:30. Who knows what we're going to talk about? I don't, but we have a good time. But Duane, we're almost done here with halftime. Now, Celtics, probably a good thing they start out on defense. They don't need to change a thing on defense.
Not at all.
But if you're the if you're the Raiders, what do the Raiders do on offense here?
Raiders are going to have to stop making those mental mistakes they made earlier in the first half. All those penalties that moved him backwards.
3 in a row?
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, that and move the ball effectively. Beyond that, stop extending the opportunities to the Celtics.
I'll tell you, the first drive or so of the game, the Raiders were really effective at getting to the edge, and they were able to run that fullback dive. Really, they don't really run a fullback, but the running back lines up right next to the quarterback, and they give it to him on the dive.
Right.
And so in that play, it's kind of the fullback. That's why I call it the fullback dive. That's been effective. They're gashing them at least and getting 3 and 4, and then they can run that option. They haven't run that option since the first quarter, where they faked that dive, and then they ran that option to the right, and he broke it and gained 30. I expect to see that here in the first series of plays here for the Tigers. Tiger. Why do I keep saying Tigers? I'll tell you why I keep saying Tigers. It's because we play them tomorrow at MCYFL.
Okay.
Field B, 3:30. The senior Wolfpack against the senior Tigers. I've watched so much senior Tiger film. That's all I can think about is the senior Tigers.
Nice plug for the game.
Yeah, hey, be there. 17 better catch a touchdown this week. He needs one. Needs one for his career. But again, the Raiders need to come out and establish that dive and then at least keep the option, because right now you have the defensive ends for the Celtics crashing down.
They're going to have to do something to catch the Celtics off balance.
Sure. Watch for Lewis. Lewis is over-pursuing a little bit. He's getting a little deep. He's not keeping that containment. It paid off because they scored a touchdown because of his penetration.
Right.
But you want that defensive end to sit back in 2 yards and watch for the reverse. Watch for that ball coming back and cutting through. I expect to see a little bit of that misdirection. All right. Before we go any further and we start the second half, I really want to thank our sponsors, and that starts with the Automax. Right on the corner, right on the price, right there on Easy Street and 17th. Stop by, see them. Our Red Zone is sponsored by Automax. Also by Verizon and Matt Wilkerson. Matt Wilkerson's a blood donor. And more importantly, there's nothing more important than that. But importantly, if you need a phone, if you need a new gadget, I just got the S3 from Samsung. It's a phenomenal device. I recommend it. If you want one, Matt Wilkerson will bring it to you and show you how to use it and pair it with your phone and download all your contacts. Please give blood. Life South Community Blood Centers. We've been serving Central Florida since 1974. We are right on the boulevard, and we are proud to support your local community blood supply. So give blood, save lives. And, of course, Ocala Aviation, which brings me to my partner tonight, Duane. Duane, talk about Ocala Aviation and what you guys got going on there.
Well, Ocala Aviation has a lot going on right now. They have a Part 61 and Part 141 program. What that means is you can study at your own pace, or you can do it academy style and keep yourself locked on track. We also have established a relationship with Liberty University, so if you want to get a degree, a lot of the airlines are looking for that now. You can get to the regionals with just an associate's. You can get to the regionals without a degree whatsoever. But the major airlines, they're still looking for that bachelor's degree. Also brings down the amount of time that you need to get into the airlines too. Instead of 1,500 hours like an old guy like me needs, you can get into the airlines with as few as 1,000 hours.
Wow. And what is the difference between a regional carrier and a major airline pay-wise?
It's pretty significant. Regional airlines, you're going to be around 60,000 is what they're promising you. When you get to the major airlines, you might start out at about 45. The next year, you're at 75.
Wow.
The third year, you're in six figures.
Wow. No idea. I need to relook at my career.
Yeah.
And I've done the flights up there. What do you call honor flights?
Right. Honor flight. Discovery flight.
Discovery flight.
Yeah.
I don't always call them honor flights. Discovery flights, and it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, where else are you going to fly a plane? You can go up there, show up. It's what, $100? It's a beautiful gift because we're in the gift-giving season.
Sure.
And it's a great gift. And you can go out, you get to fly around, you get to go see your house.
Yeah, just for fun. Come out, do a discovery flight. We'll let you fly the plane around a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I go to work each day, and yeah, I'm low on the totem pole right now. But honestly, this does not feel like working. For all the stuff I've done in my life, it really doesn't feel like I'm working.
Well, you're an Air Force guy.
Yeah.
You didn't work in the Air Force. Just sat around, here we go, wearing a tie.
Uh-huh.
What military branch wears a tie?
What military branch wears a Dixie cup for a hat?
Oh, that's a valid point. I asked that question in boot camp. That was probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because at that point, then I had to study all the uses for a Dixie cup.
Yeah.
It's a firefighting device.
Do they still button their pants?
Yeah, the 18 buttons.
13.
13 buttons. Yes, 13.
Come on now, I'm an Air Force guy and I know that.
Those are the blues. Those are the, I was stationed in the Philippines. It was too hot for dress blues.
Right.
I never wore them.
Wow.
I had to buy them. They're like $200. I never wore them.
Goodness.
And then every time you get, upgraded, you get a promotion. You have to increase the you have to spend more money on it. All right, here we go. Here's the first kick. Nick Ryan puts his foot in the ball. How about that for a segue? It's picked up by Wilson at the 12. He runs up the middle, gets a block, and goes all the way ahead, right about the 34-yard line where he's met by Lewis. So we're starting the second half, and the Navy is still better than the Air Force. That's not going to change. Not today.
At the end of the day, we all work together.
Do we?
Yeah, we did.
You sure?
I'm positive.
All right. I'll give you that one. But we all do know that the Navy could fight any battle by itself, right?
They can get out of the boat.
We have more airplanes. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. And the up back on 1st and 10 is brought down for a gain of maybe a yard. That'll set up 2nd and 9. Navy has more ships, more planes, more troops than anybody else.
Well, of course you have more ships.
We win.
You wouldn't be the Navy.
We just don't have that many tanks. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 9. And they give it to the deep man again for no gain. And been really, really passive here. Playing very conservative for the offense. I really expected them to come out there, fake the dive, and then give that option. It just hasn't been there. They haven't tried it yet, but here we go. 3rd and 8. Ball sitting right at the 35-yard line of the Raiders. As they work from our right to our left, they come to the line. They send a man in motion. That's Wilson. He gets the tall sweep. He's got the edge. He needs another block, but instead Lewis comes from nowhere, sheds his blocker from the defensive end, and brings him down after a half-a-yard gain. Wow.
I didn't even think he made it past scrimmage.
Wow, what an athletic play by the senior. And if there are scouts in the stands, just chalk that one up, put that one in the highlight reel, boys and girls. You're not going to see a better play from anybody. Jordan Lewis, what a stud. And now Lopez is in to punt, and he gets it off, end over end, low lining kick, picked up by Bruton. Bruton makes a man miss and gets up to his 45-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Celtics.
You know why the Air Force has fewer planes?
Why?
We don't break ours all.
Oh, that's a good point. They don't fall into the ocean.
No.
Yeah. No, only people who are in the military can give other people in the military crap.
Yeah.
So I earned the right to do that. That's right. And walk away. So now if you're a Marine, you'd have probably punched me by now. So all right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Celtics. They have the ball on the 45-yard line. Red's back deep. He's going to get it to King. King heads to the right side, needs a block, gets to the line of scrimmage and met by a gaggle of Raiders. What do you call a bunch of Raiders? A crew? Is that a crew?
No, I like gaggle.
Gaggle?
Yeah.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's right. I don't know what Raiders... I guess since Raiders is already plural, I don't know what you call a group of Raiders. Somebody's Googling that right now.
Yeah, they probably are.
Yeah. Call into the hotline to Larry. He'll want to know that. All right, 2nd and 10. 9:51 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Red's back deep. He gives it to King. King heads to the left side. He gets a block. He's got a chain of people in front of him. But a linebacker slips through, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He tried to get too much there and lost 5. He had an opportunity just to bounce it out.
Right.
But instead he tried to cut it back, and that's where the Raiders, another gaggle, got it.
On the play, 3rd and 15.
This would be a great opportunity for a pass play here. 3rd and long.
They're going to run it. They're going to run the ball twice here. All right, I think. 3rd and 15. Red's in the shotgun. He's going to give it to King. King runs up the middle, gets 6. Check that. That's Bruton. And now it's going to be 4th down and 10. Decision time for Coach Sturdivant. And he's going to bring out Nick Ryan. No gain. Not a good start by either offense right there. I mean, just a bunch of nothing. You know, when you look back at that, you look at that film, and that's just a bunch of nothing. Wilson is back deep for the Raiders. There's confusion as to who should be on the field and who shouldn't for the Raiders. Again, you can see the youth on this Raiders team. There's a snap to Ryan. He gets it off. Nice high kick, end over end. Fielded at the 20, and he is lit up, and it is fumbled. Ball on the deck, but it's recovered by the Raiders. And I'll be honest with you, I thought he got there a little bit early.
Not sure. No flag on the play.
I thought he got there early. That was Montez Leaf on the tackle. If he wasn't early, that was right on time and turned the ball over there. But the Raiders were able to recover. I think Wilson got lit up. That's a kind of play that you don't. That's why I don't return punts.
Yeah. I didn't like playing up back for punts.
Kickoff team, none of that. None of that. It's hard to find people who want to run down there as fast as they can and throw themselves at another human being.
Well, how about sacrificing your body to protect the punter?
Yeah, that's silly. That's what that is.
I feel like I was in a car crash.
He's just a punter. All right, here we go. Miller's underneath the center. He gives to the deep back, and that's Wilson, and he moves ahead on that dive play that we talked about for a gain of 5. It's been very, very effective. I think they're probably calling it a lead. It's not a lead because there's no fullback, maybe an ISO, but it's a tailback dive. It's been a beautiful play for them. 2nd and 5. Wing back set. Man in motion. They're going to give it on the dive again, and he turns ahead, gets another 3 yards. That's going to set up a 3rd and a short 2. Again,
they
that's
like
what this
running
team can
between
do.
the guard and the tackle.
Oh.
There has to be something they're seeing on this side.
It's that dive has been open. It's on the 5 hole, if you will, and they are running away from Lewis.
You wonder why the Celtics aren't just sealing that up. Why aren't they keep giving it to him?
Yeah. And now they're going to give it to the up man, and he runs over the left side. That'll be enough for a 1st down. He started on the left, kind of kicked it back up the middle for a gain of 3, and that'll set up 1st and 10. First down for the Raiders. It seems like an hour or so, because we haven't heard that obnoxious noise in a while. You know, all the announcers are pretty obnoxious, but when you're this close to the speaker, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 33, and that looked like a false start, but I guess he timed it perfectly. They throw a screen pass out to the right side, but King is there for the tackle for no gain. Strange play.
Yeah.
I guess they, and I say that because the center moved the ball and then snapped it, and the defensive tackle jumped in there and really blew that play up. That'll set up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, with a blink, it looked like encroachment almost.
And now they're going to do a toss sweep to the right side. That's right into the arms of Lewis. He forces him back into the middle, and then he's met by the rest of the Celtics team, and that'll set up 3rd and 10. Now Jordan Lewis is on the ground. He's face down on the ground, and that's not a good sign if you're a Celtic fan. So we are going to step aside. It looks like he's having a cramp. But you are listening to Celtic football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
With somebody who has all the quality.
Welcome back to Bushnell, Florida, where the Trinity Catholic Celtics lead the South Sumter Raiders 7-0. I'm Galen Unold, joined by Duane Palmore. He's an Air Force guy. We'll forgive him. But it is going to be 3rd and 11. That's going to be all night, Duane. It's going to be all night. It's your fault. You had a choice. Could have joined the Coast Guard. Then I would have really made fun of you. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 11 for the Raiders. Big stop here needed by the Celtics, so they lead 7-0 with 6:28 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Shotgun for Miller. He gets a snap. He looks to the left side. He rolls out. He fires into the flats, and it's not a very effective throw. Had a guy wide open right at the yard marker for a 1st down. Instead of a 4th and short, it's going to be 4th and 11 after the missed opportunity. He's got to make that pass. That's as easy as it gets. We call that Wally, where he rolls out to the left. He's got the tight end coming wide open on the flat. He was open, just didn't make the pass.
No. Way too far in front of him.
Lopez is the punter as the Celtics run a man off. Bruton is deep. Oh, and the fumble on the snap, and he's hitting the backfield. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, somehow only loses 3. But that right there, boys and girls, is not good if you're a punter. That was a perfect snap. He just dropped it.
That's his 2nd one tonight.
Yeah, not good by the young man. Not good at all. But he's a punter. What are you going to do to him? I mean, really, he's 127 pounds. He's 5'8". He doesn't do anything else with the team. He just runs around and kicks.
But you know what? This is Florida. I don't know how they do it, but all of a sudden these kids just blow up. You know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. Celtics have the ball now. Great field position. 1st and 10. Red's going to keep it. He gets to the right side. He's got a block. He needs one more, but they throw out a flag, and they're going to call holding right there at the point of attack by Calvin Neal. And we have not called his name very much tonight. And he had his obligation was to hook the defensive end, and he just held on for dear life. And that turns a positive gain into a 2nd and 20 situation. Red faked the snap, headed the right side, and had a hole over that right side that we've been talking about all night being, a little suspect. But now we're at the water break, and we're going to keep it here, Duane. It's 1st and 20. I don't think they're going to throw the ball here as the Celtics have the ball on the 34-yard line.
Yeah, they haven't been throwing the ball. Like you said, they've had 2 interceptions tonight, and they're going to play it kind of conservative. They're keeping it on the ground. I'd like to see them do some more aerial work.
They're 0 for 2, 2 interceptions. You have a lead 7-0. The Raider offense has done nothing. You have the field position battle. I think they go for it here on 4th down. This is 4-down territory. They get inside the 20. Maybe they kick it, make it a two-score game. That may put the game out of reach. We'll see. Let's see. That's why Coach Joe Sturtevant gets paid the big bucks. All right, Red's back on the field, shotgun formation. Brute next to him. Brute gets a handoff right up the middle, follows that big offensive center for a gain of 4, and that's going to set up 2nd down and 16. And I'll tell you what, Hunter Folsom's moving people up there. Big guy, he's a senior, 6'2", 265. And that's been very effective. I know it was only a gain of 4, but this is 4-down territory. It's 2nd down and 16. 4 times 4 is 16. Air Force guy. All right, shotgun formation. King gets it this time. He heads to the left, and he's brought down. He spins. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 20. He's at the 15, and he's into the end zone for a Celtic touchdown. Wow, what a run by King. He moved up the middle, busted outside, broke 2 tackles, made a spin move right at the 20, and took it to the house for a 30-yard touchdown run. Celtics 13, Raiders 0.
And that's where that second effort came in. Just refused to go down.
He never stopped moving his legs. What a run there by Corey King. That left side of the offensive line battalion, behind Kwiatkowski and Morales and Folsom, got it done. Now Nick Ryan's in for the extra point. 5:18 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ballable snap. A cone drops back. He's trying to fire, throws it into the end zone for an incomplete pass. The extra point is no good. Not the best snap I've ever seen in my life, that's for sure. That was a 4-hopper.
Yeah, it was.
So 5:18 here left to go in the 3rd quarter. And again, I really want to thank our... You there, Larry? All right. 5:18 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. I hope I'm on the air. All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So here we go. 5:18, 13-0 Celtics as they're going to kick off. Nice drive there by the Celtics. They forced that muffed punt and they capitalized.
Yes, they did. And I'm impressed. You gave us the score and you kept your shoes on.
Thank you. That's good for me. Are you there? Larry, are you there? Okay. Oh, sorry. We had some real big feedback there. I guess it's cleared up now.
Yeah. Good audio. Clean
All
audio
right.
now.
Sorry about that, guys. Live radio. Here we go. We are in Bushnell, Florida. And the Celtics lead the South Sumter Raiders 13-0. The Celtics kick it off deep. And it's brought up to right at the 35-yard line, where it'll be Raider football. Miller's underneath the center for the power eye. They're going to give it to the deep man, Wilson, and Wilson's brought down after a 1-yard gain. It's this cord. All right, I think I. It's your cord. All right, here we go. That's not it. Okay. Oh man, that is driving me crazy. All right, I'm going to power through. 4:30 left to go here in the third quarter. It's 7. The Raiders run right up the middle on that dive play for a gain of 3, and that's going to set up 3rd down and 4. And the Raiders hurry to the line once more. Miller's underneath the center, and there's another flag for illegal procedure. Oh, they're going to on defense. That'll set up an automatic 1st down for the Raiders. 1st and 10. Now the ball sits right. I know. Larry, is that it? Did I fix? Say that again? Just tell him. It probably got wet. Yeah, it was me. Oh, it's you. Let's see. I know, I'm going to fix it. Hold on. No, it's not you. It's not it. Where's the JK? Larry. Oh, that sounds brutal. How do we sound? Is that better? Okay. Let's just plug it back in and go with it. Larry, we're just going to have to deal with it. Can you hear the static on the air? Okay, we're just going to have to deal with it. They plugged something in over here. All right. Yeah, I'm ready when you are. Okay, here we go. 2:40 left to go here in the Third quarter, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Somebody plugged something in and we got some massive feedback. But we're going to fight through it best we can. It's 13-0. Celtics the Raiders. But the Celtics have the football. It's 3rd down and 4. They're on their own 30-yard line. Haven't missed them much. The Raiders went 3 and out, and then they punted. Now the Celtics have the football. 3rd and 4. Now there's a fumbled snap. Went right past Red, but Bruton falls on it. But that's going to push him all the way back for a loss of 8. That'll be 12.
4th down.
I don't know. 4th and 12. Yeah. All right, 143. Apologize, we're getting some feedback somewhere up here on the top of the press box. Not sure what it is. Maybe we've solved it, maybe we haven't. We're going to keep trying. But here we go. We have 1:36 left to go, Duane. The Celtics called the timeout. That's their first timeout of the first half. 1:36 left to go. Third quarter, they're up by 13. And now Nick Ryan's back in to punt. Back deep for South Sumter is Wilson. And there's a good snap. Ryan puts his foot into that one, drives it all the way to the 45, and it's fumbled, and it's recovered by the Celtics. Celtics football, 1st and 10 at the Sumter. I think I know what it is. It's one of the coaches that plugged something in. All right, 1:27 left to go. Third quarter, Celtics have the football on their 45, on the Raider 45. And there's a handoff to King. King heads to the right side. He's got a block. He's to the 40, carries a guy, and then gets to the 39-yard line. Nice solid gain of 6 there by King.
2nd down.
That's going to set up 2nd down and 5 for the Celtics.
Well, a great effort by special teams can actually turn the tide of a game.
All day. All right, Red hands it off to King again. He heads to the right side, bounces in the middle, spin move. Runs into his own offensive lineman, who was 6 or 7 yards down the field, making some nice blocks there by a new offensive lineman, and Trinity is circling through and cycling through their offensive line. Guy I don't have.
Down here.
And that's going to set up a 3rd and about 6 inches. Kings gets it again. He's got a hole right up the middle, puts his forward shoulder down and runs over the middle linebacker for a 1st down, gain of 4. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Celtics from the Raiders side, right at the 32-yard line. Clock is running. That could be the end in the last play of the third quarter. If it is, we will do our best to fix the equipment. But they're going to wait one more play, because why the heck not? Red gets the snap. He fakes it. He keeps it himself, heads to the right side, gets caught in the hole, but pulls ahead for 5 yards. Had a hole there, got caught from behind, but it was a 5-yard gain. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football on WOCA, The Source. All right.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Daddy, you have a boo-boo on your arm.
No, sweetie, that's my bandage from giving blood today.
You were bleeding. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I donated blood today to help someone else.
Why would you need to give blood for someone else?
Well, there's people in the hospital that need blood in order to heal so they can get better and go back home to their families.
What people?
Well, people like us. Mommies and daddies, sisters and brothers, people who've been in accidents, or who are sick and need operations. You remember when Grandma was in the hospital?
Yeah, that was scary. But she got all better and we're going to her house for Christmas.
We are going to her house for Christmas, but when she was in the hospital, she needed blood in order to live.
So you saved Grandma's life!
I don't know about that, but someone who donated blood sure did. And without that blood donor, we may not be going to Grandma's house.
Daddy, are you a hero?
I'm not a hero. I'm just a daddy.
I think you're a hero.
Make someone's winter wish come true. Give the gift of life. Donate blood at Life South Community Blood Centers.
Please give blood today, just like my daddy.
Welcome back to beautiful Bushnell, Florida, where the Celtics are leading the Raiders 13-0 here in the fourth quarter. 11:48 left to go in this football game. And the Celtics had the ball on first down, on the last second down, had a holding call down the field. That's going to set up second down and 8. And again, our microphones, we understand they're in and out. We can't figure out what it is. So we're just going to soldier on here for the next 11 minutes and 48 seconds of game clock. Trinity Catholic called the timeout there to talk about things at the 2nd and 8. It's an important series right here. Yeah. They score, game's over.
Yes, they do.
The way the Raiders offense is not produced, this could be over. All right, go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's important to avoid any of those mistakes, little things to turn the ball over to give the Raiders any kind of field advantage.
Red hands it off to King. King breaks a tackle, breaks another one in the backfield, is hit hard. They're talking about a single individual effort for that 4-yard gain. That was it. He got the handoff, was hit immediately, broke that tackle, hit again at the line of scrimmage, broke that tackle, still managed to get 3 yards.
These young men are incredible. Not only are they tough, but the endurance that they're displaying to run, carry time after time after time. Now they're spreading the load among the 3 backs between Brute, King, and Red.
Yeah. Red's in shotgun, 3rd and 5. He's going to option it to the right. He keeps it. He's got a block. He's over the right side. Holding call against the Celtics. But Red did get enough for a first down, and I believe they're going to call holding on their right tackle, Dixon, right there. And that's going to set up a spot foul. He had enough for the first down. He was all the way to the 20. So now that's going to be 3rd down from the 30-yard line.
Looks like Raiders might take an injury timeout here as well.
Another cramp. Cramps are starting to happen here. And it's going to be 3rd and where they're going to spot the ball. All the way to the 40.
That's a shame.
Whew.
That it wasn't needed. It wasn't necessary.
He held him in the hole. What they're trying to do is seal that block. And as they seal it, once the defender gets, the ball gets past them, they're holding on to that defender and not letting him go. They're going to call that easy because you could see that jersey tuck.
Oh, yeah.
But that's going to set up 3rd down and 20. Again, 2-down territory here. But the young man for the Raiders is up and at him. That's always good to see. Just cramps. It's one of... I know every time you step, you can hear it. It's one of those nights where cramps are going to come because it's not hot, you're just not hydrated.
Right.
You know, sometimes when it's 90 degrees, it's harder to get cramps because you're constantly intaking fluids.
Yep.
All right, so Red's in the shotgun. No, it's a fake. It's a direct snap to the up back. And he is Isaac General runs ahead for 2 yards, and that's going to set up 4th down and 18 for the Celtics. 10:45 left to go in the ball game. 13-0 Celtics. In the first half, they scored on a fumble recovery in the end zone. Took the ball in the second half. On their second possession, marched down the field and scored on a nice long 30-yard run by Corey King. And then they missed the extra point. That's the scoring of the ball game so far. And they're going to bring Nick Ryan here. Nobody back deep for the Raiders. They do not believe it. Just a smart pooch kick here could pin the Raiders back. Smart pooch kick by Ryan. Lands at the 9, rolls to the 3, where it's touchdown on the 3-yard line. Smart play there all around for the Celtics. And the way this Raiders offense is done, the Celtics could turn this into 6.
Yes, they can, definitely. They've been playing them hard. They've not allowed much yardage over the ground, practically none through the air. I believe they can pin them down and hold them there.
And Coach Sturdivant's a defensive-minded coach. He loves defense. This is a defensive coach's dream right here. When you've got a team offensively that's just not getting it done, no confidence, young quarterback, I expect him to send the world after this play right here at 10:06 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Oh, sure. Most head coaches are defensive coordinators, or were defensive coordinators at one point.
The good ones.
Yeah.
All right, and the Raiders get the ball. They're going to run it to the right side. Oh, they faked it to the right side. Fooled me. Gained a yard, and that's going to set up 2nd down and 9. They run that, they're running a wing-back set. Sometimes they run the power eye. Sometimes they run it split formation. That time they were in the wing-back, and they gave it to the wing-back, I thought, but it said the quarterback kept it. Gain it 2. 9:36 left to go in the ball game. And the quarterback hands it off to the deep man for that dive. And there's a fumble on the play, and the Celtics pick it up. And Red comes up with it. He's thrown 2 picks in this game, thrown 2 passes, 2 picks. But he's played really well defensively.
Exactly.
So that's 1st and 10 for the Celtics. Their best offense is their defense tonight. Now the Celtics have great field position here. The ball's sitting at the 14-yard line. 9:23 left to go. And the Raiders' offense has been pitiful. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Sloppy. A lot of, motion penalties. And for a guy who was the coach of the year last year, this team is sloppy and undisciplined tonight. You can tell their youth is there. Red's in shotgun. 2 wing backs this time to the left side. King's to the left of him. He gets a handoff, heads to the right, gets a block, breaks it up the middle. He's at the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Celtics.
Great job.
The score is now 19-0 with 9:15 left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, he's cramped.
And he's cramped, or I hope he didn't hurt an ankle on the celebration. Yeah, we've seen that too many times. But no, he's cramped.
Yeah, he's cramped.
He's tired. That young man's had a heck of a football game.
But he just wouldn't be denied that run.
Props to the offensive line on that play.
Yes, sir.
They made some changes on the offensive line and brought in number 53. Number 53's mama, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. But he came in, ran over the right side, got the ball. Now Rim's going to get on the 2-point conversion from the wing-back set. And the senior gets in for the 2-point conversion. That makes the score a solid 21-0.
Awesome.
And the right side, again, earlier in the game, we were like, why are they running to the right side when the left side is where the meat of this offensive line is? They have discovered something on the right side of this offensive line. This is a build game.
That's right.
They play IMG. Let's talk about the future of the Celtics. I think you'll be with me next week.
Okay.
I hope. We'll be right back in Ocala at Trinity. We have our own booth there.
Nice.
We have air conditioning. Doug's going to join us. I'm excited about that.
Will there be food?
No.
Oh.
No. On the concession stand.
Okay.
No, you can't have everything. I may double your pay. All right, but next week, the Celtics playing the IMG team, which is just a bunch of athletes that are all good. So that's going to be a fun game if you just want to see the future of college football to watch IMG. But they're down this year, but it's still going to be a fun football game to watch. The Raiders, on the other hand, we're going to see them again in Marion County when they play the Colts. That's a tough game. The Raiders they play in an incredibly difficult conference, 4A. Their region is stacked. They've got some work to do to get a win this year. Celtics, they should finish the season undefeated. All right, Ryan puts his foot into it. It's another pooch kick, and this time it's caught correctly by the upback. This time the Raiders, told you Tigers are on my mind. Raiders came up and made the catch. It's a really easy play on that play. He's kicking it about 12 yards. Mm-hmm. If you're receiving the ball, you just fair catch it, and they can't touch you. That's all you have to do.
Jordan is a little slow getting up. Is he cramped? What's going on?
Yeah, he was cramping earlier in the game. 21-0, and this kid's not taking a play off.
Wow.
So I am sure he is just dead tired.
Jasmine
Akon is standing right next to him, and he's not hurting. You can tell it's just a cramp. But I think I'm cramping up too, so why don't we step aside?
Sure.
Take a little break. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Village, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
One of the best things about living in beautiful Central Florida is that we get to have a garden all year long. Spend some time on Tuesday mornings in the garden with Carol Ann Baldwin right here on WOCA The Source from 9 till 10 a.m. Carol Ann will take your phone calls, and she'll even check out your photos on her In the Garden Facebook page. Grab a tall glass of something refreshing and spend an hour in the garden with Carol Ann each Tuesday morning right here on The Source, WOCA.
Welcome back to South Sumter High School, where the Trinity Catholic Celtics lead 21-0 over South Sumter. South Sumter's got the ball 1st and 10 at the 42, and Coach Sturdivant has decided he needs to give me a little more time to prep it, so he calls timeout. Thank you. I appreciate that as our bugaboos come in and out, but I hope you guys can hear me, and it's been a gorgeous night. Earlier, we were schedule, and next week the Celtics take on the IMGA team, which is solid. They are just a solid football team. Going to do against that competition, and again, where their season starts. So as they're moving forward in this roster that is now soaking wet, I'm going to try to look at it. Every piece of paper I have is drenched. But as we look at the rest of the schedule, because the Celtics play in 3A, it's going to be interesting to see how they come out, if they can make the playoffs. There's no 3-0 team in their region, which for can go on a little winning streak here, then they can do some damage. And if this playoff kind of experience, I think they'll be pretty good. So we're out of the timeout. And they come to the line. The Raiders run right up the middle for a 5-yard gain. And now it's 21-0. And if you're the Celtic defense, it's contain.
Yeah, they have to keep them from getting that advantage any way they can.
No big plays.
Yeah.
No big plays. That's what
keep
you
it
want
conservative.
To avoid. Yeah. And so now they give it to Wilson. He busts out to the right side. Just so we say that, he breaks containment and gains 10 yards. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders as they have the ball on the Celtics. It's sitting right at the 42-yard line. 8:42 left to go. 1st and 10 as the train comes through. Push now. And there's a flag on the play. Pre-snap penalties are typically against the offense. Encroachment on the defense. I hate snap penalties.
Yeah.
I just hate it. There's no reason for you to line up in the neutral zone.
No, not at all.
Silly. It's free 5 yards. Why? Come on, you can see the ball. And it's usually that D tackle, nose guard. The ball's literally right in front of you, son. Line up. You know, if you think about it, they line up in that position.
Mental mistakes.
Yeah. Shot button. Drops back. He's got a man open in the flat. He's got to make a man miss, and he's going to be brought down there by. It'll be 2nd down and 2. I mean, all my equipment's wet. That could be it. I'm going to blame Dan because he's not here. And so on 2nd and short, the Raiders run it up the middle with Wilson, and he gets the 1st down. And that'll be 1st and 10 Raiders at the Celtic 29. Nice little drive here by the Raiders.
And I want to give a shout out to Cam Clifford. He's one of the Celtics. He's one of my students as well. He soloed before his 16th birthday. His dad and his grandfather were there to celebrate and welcome back from his 3-lap pattern. Good job by Cam.
And there's a pass as they drop back to pass. It's thrown up, trying to get a man open, and Robert Rim with the pick. That's a interception. But now, what are they calling there? They're talking about it. Did they give it to the defender? Because it looks like Robert Rim caught that. So there's ball here. The still there? Larry. Am I on the air? Oh. All right. Oh, it's a good thing I don't curse on the air. Done this for a while.
Wise choice.
All right, so the Celtics do have the football after the mini conference. I think they had a summit, talked about world peace and cancer, and they just decided to give the Celtics the football. It's 1st and 10 from the 1-2-yard line. 7:13 left to go here. 21-0 Celtics. Looks like false start on the Celtics, but no call. As they give it to Bruton, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be 2nd down and a long 9. And if you're the Celtics, take care of the football. Corey King is still on the sideline. Probably won't come back out. I have seen Lewis return, which is good to see. So nobody's going to throw the football here. I don't think you'll see it pass the rest of the game.
I think this is the first time we've been this deep in Celtics territory, isn't it?
Yeah. Celtics have the ball, 2nd down and 10 from the 2. They're going to give it to King. Oh, King is back in there. He runs up the middle for a gain of 4. You know how you can tell it's King and not Bruton? Because his jersey, they're wearing white tonight, is black. I mean, the young man has just worn his jersey out. I don't know who has to do his laundry, but y'all can just throw that in the washer 4 or 5 times. You may want to include some bleach, because I mean he is filthy, and he better look at it. He's coming to the sideline, takes off takes off his helmet. He's got black hair. You can't tell where his hair stops and his jersey starts. All right, so now King gives it to Brute. Brute makes a man miss, makes another man miss, runs through another guy. Oh, and that's Robert Grimm. And that young man is strong as an ox. And he gains 15-yard line. The 15 yards. It was 3rd and 10. And they ran it to the right side on that little reverse out of the option. And Robert Grimm with a big play to get them out of the shadow of their own goal line. And now we're going to get the water break. And, again, I really want to thank our sponsors. I'm really proud of the way this broadcast has gone, considering everything we've gone through. Duane, thank you for showing up.
My pleasure.
Larry, thank you for putting up with me in the out here and keeping us on the air. Always good to work with you. And, of course, my man Doug. And but really, the reason we're here is because of our sponsors, and that's, starts with Automax. They're right on the corner, right on the price, right at the corner of Easy Street and 17. Verizon Wireless, Matt Wilkerson, thank you for all of your effort and your support. And, again, get the G3 watch. My brother works for Samsung, so support him too. And, of course, Life South Community Blood Centers. Thank you, Life South, for allowing me to do this. I love it, and please give blood. If you want to sponsor, call us, 732-6000. So, Red's in the underneath the shotgun.
Oh, my goodness.
He hands it off to King. King breaks to the left side. That's Robert Grimm. Check that. Now he's over the middle. He's waiting for a block at the 40. He's at the 30. He's got a chain gang in front of him. And there's nothing in front of him but a green as he scores. Celtics 6. Touchdown, Robert Grimm on a 79-yard run. But there are 2 penalties on the play and about 5 Celtics laying down exhausted. What an intelligent run, even though there was a block in the black. That'll be first down right around the 50-yard line for the Celtics. What an intelligent run.
Yes. He waited for the blocking to develop out in front of him. He allowed his blockers to position themselves, and he was kind of directing traffic while he was running as well. Brilliant. Very mature.
Well, he's a senior, and you can tell he's just so fit. But they've been faking that dive and running that dive. Mm-hmm. This time they faked the dive. They gave it to the wing back. And when you're watching it from here, you can't see it because there's so many bodies around the quarterback. You don't know who has the ball and who doesn't. Then Robert Grimm busts out the right side behind the much improved offensive line tonight. Hats off to those guys. Mm-hmm. Offensive line coach is standing right next to him. He's got to be incredibly proud of this effort.
Oh, yeah.
And he sprints down the field, gets to about the 40, realizes he can't go any further, literally stops, looks around, and here comes a whole gaggle of Celtics. Maybe it's a clan of Celtics.
Yeah.
A clan of Celtics.
Clan of Celtics. There you go.
Come through, and then he goes into the end zone, but there was a block in the back.
I think it's
there you go. Now we're at 1st and 10 on the Raider side of the 45. This time they're giving it to Corey King. Corey King gets popped after a gain of 4. But you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing Celtics linemen laying on top of Raiders defenders.
Yeah.
They're getting those blocks. They are blocking down extremely effectively, and we haven't seen that for the first half of this season. Little slow in developing as the clock runs. 5:07 left to go. No reason to rush as the Celtics have the ball. 2nd down and 7 from the 42. Shotgun for Red. And he's going to give it to King. King runs to that right side again. This time he's met by a linebacker, keeps his legs moving. And that young man is strong. Gains 3. Nice run there. That's going to set up 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
4:35 left to go. Ball sits right at the 40-yard line. 44 minutes, 30 seconds from victory here for the Celtics. I was hoping I could talk to Coach Sturdivant after this game, but now that we've moved locations, I don't think he can find us.
No.
So, all right, here we go. Red with the snap, gives it to King. He fumbles, but keeps it somehow. Good hand-eye coordination. That's going to set up 4th down and 5.
By a couple Raiders. 4th down.
So here we go. 4 minutes left to go in this football game, Duane, and what are your thoughts?
Well, again, I'm believing that the Celtics are going to continue to play conservatively. Nobody wants to give up the ball at this point. Raiders are going to do their best to contain them.
All right, and there's King. He keeps it himself, runs over the right side, and is right at the yardstick on that 4th down play. Curious to see, and they're going to give it to him. They're going to give him the forward progress. Nice run there by Red. That's a man run right there. He had to get, he had to get a solid 5.5 yards. He got 6. That's the kind of play right there that when you're watching film tomorrow or Monday, you just go, yes, we did it when we needed it. All right, now Lewis is a man next to him. He's going to get the handoff, heads to the left side, blocks the tackle, fumbles, and it's luckily recovered by a Celtic, but there's laundry on the play, and that's going to be illegal procedure on the big fella, number 32. So here we go, 2nd down. What do we got? We're going to have 1st and 15. No, they're calling that on the defense. 5 yards for the Celtics. Really proud of the way this team has come out, adapted to this offense.
The 2 interceptions notwithstanding, very few mistakes on this team.
I don't know if this team's going to throw the ball again this year. I mean, let me be very clear. When this season started, I saw them practice nearly, 3 or 4 times a week this summer, just because we practice right next to them with my 7-on-7 team.
Right.
I thought they were going to be able to throw the ball pretty effectively. They're done throwing. All right, Red gets the snap. Another motion by the back. They're going to give it to the up man, and he's brought down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, it was Christian Torres.
Yeah, Christian Torres.
He started to the right, and then he tried to reverse field and bring it back to the middle again, and that's where things just kind of closed in on him.
Again, clock is running. 2:50 left to go in the ball game. 21-0. Celtics lead. And right now, if you're the defense for the Celtics, you want that shutout. All right, Red's he's in the shotgun. They're going to give it back to King, who just can't get a break. And he's going to gain nothing, and that'll set up 3rd and 5.
I think that was Tony.
Was it? Was that 22?
That was 2.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I can tell now. Look how dark his jersey is. I mean, the boy is filthy. That's how you wanted to look when you come home when you were about 7.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's You know you had a good day.
Us guys that didn't get in the game, we purposefully found a mud puddle because we didn't want to go back in the locker room with a clean uniform. And if you were the guy with a clean uniform, you just wanted to be next to that kid. Yeah.
All right, now Red's going to take it out of shotgun, keeping himself, head over the left side, and he's going to gain 4. It's going to set up a short 4th down here. And I'm sure you're going to go for it here with 1:57 left to go. Why not? I mean, just keep possession and keep the clock running. So even if the Raiders get the ball back, they're going to get it with right about a minute left.
Yep.
But King's right next to Red on the right side. Montez Leaf is the wing back. He goes in motion. He's going to fake it to him. Red keeps it. He's got a block to the right side. He turns it upfield. Got the first down. 22-yard line for King Red. And you're starting to see the maturation of this offense.
Yeah.
They're right now, they're on our left side. They're right at the 20-yard line. Perfect angle for us to see those moves. And Montez Leaf made a really nice block there at the point.
Sure did. Sprung him just enough room for him to get the first down. Right now, it's a matter of ball control, just managing things, managing the clock.
And Red keeps it again over the right side. He gets 9. And now that's going to take us under a minute mark in this football game. I really like what I'm seeing. You're really starting to see the kick-out block there. That time, the entire right side just blocked down. And they're realizing who you're blocking. Sometimes when you're in a game, in practice, you don't even know what your blocking responsibilities are.
Right.
Yes, you know you're supposed to do inside, man on, or linebacker, but they're starting to figure it out. And you can tell the maturation process that's going on with this line. So they run it this time to the left side for a gain of 2.5, and that's going to set up 3rd and short with 33 seconds left to go. They may go to victory formation here. There's no better play to run. Tell you in every practice. Victory formation, but nope, Red's going to get the shotgun. They're going to give it to, who's got it? Oh, it's a fumble of some kind. I don't know what happened there, but somehow the Raiders ended up with a football.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He caught it in the air. I think they were going to do a direct snap and bounced off his chest and landed right into a Raiders' hands. So 13 seconds left to go. Raiders get the football.
Didn't see that coming.
That's one of those, though, that you're going to look at the film and go, come on, guys, we got to tighten that up. So now you're going to see an umbrella coverage from the Celtics. We'll see if the Tigers, they're sending out a lot of guys with clean jerseys. A lot of clean jerseys out there right now. Miller is still the quarterback. He's going to hand it to a running back who's brought down for no gain, and that is going to end it. So the final, we're going to come back. I want to talk about it, kind of looking ahead to next week. But your final score is the Celtics 21 and the Raiders 0, and strike up the band for the Celtics. You are listening to Celtic football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and there are plenty of ways to tell how you might be a redneck. For instance, if your truck is bigger than the Bloodmobile, but your house isn't, you might be a redneck. But if you have a heart as big as a Bloodmobile, you might just be a life-saving blood donor. Seriously, I am a Life South blood donor, and I encourage you to give blood too. Patients in our community rely on Life South blood to save their lives. Call 888-795-2707 or visit www.lifesouth.org for donor center and blood drive information. Remember, the life you save might be a redneck you're related to. Thanks.
Back to South Sumter High School. I've literally forgot what town it is.
That's bad.
Where are we?
We're in South Sumter.
Yeah, but what's the name of the city? You don't know either. It's Bushnell. That was a test.
Bushnell.
No, I really did forget. Home of a great big manure plant, Black Cow. We talk about it all the time on the AM Live. But tonight, the Celtics played incredible. That second half was exactly what the Celtics need to do the rest of the season. Offensive line, found out who the new right guard is, and it's Tibbetts. Had a hell of a game for the Celtics, played his butt off, and that's where they found that right side. And now, looking forward, 21-0 is our final, as both teams are on the field praying. I love to see that kind of unity. Now the Celtics go over under their side and get some final encouragement from their coach and Coach Sturdivant. A lot of players limping, a lot of hitting going on, physical football game. I see Robert Rim laying down, cramping. It was that kind of night, muddy, muggy, wet. It's a fall football in Florida. And Duane, this is your first game watching the Celtics. What are your thoughts?
Oh, they look like a strong team. Like you said, they have a few standouts. Lewis, Tony
King,
Bruton.
Yeah, the double deuces.
Yeah. Even Robert Rim, I was impressed by him. That effort the young man put forward, it was just incredible. Was that 76-yard run?
Yeah, and that was called back, but it was a beautiful thing. And now they're moving forward against a team with IMG that has the name. I mean, it's IMG Academy. I mean, this is basically a sports agent group that put together a private school. At home, that game will be kicking off at 7. We'll go on the air at 6:30. In my pregame, as we always do, I'll have Coach Sturdivant interview. And this is going to be a big game this week. Right now, I'm sure the Trinity Catholic Celtics have a little pep in their step, much needed.
Yeah.
They're no longer winless. Beautiful. Now they got a win underneath their belt. They're 1-3. And the future is ahead. As we talked about pregame, they went out, they make the playoffs. They go 500, they can make the playoffs from here forth. So I think I'm excited about what's to come.
They look good. These guys, they fought hard tonight. This is a win they earned. Like you said, this offense was only in play for about 4 days?
Really 3.5, because, Monday is you're just standing around going, this is our formation. Mm-hmm. You run here.
Yeah.
Tuesday, you hit. You're gonna do some more of those drills. Wednesday, more installation. Thursday's walkthrough. That's when you're just saying, here, we're going A to B. Now they have that film to study.
Yeah.
Every one of these kids, there's a program out there, it's called Huddle. It's an amazing tool. We use it on our team. And it allows you to be at home and you can watch yourself at any time of the day on your cell phone and watch every play of the game.
Incredible.
It's an incredible tool, and so they're only going to get better. And Coach Sturdivant said it in the interview, and I didn't really believe him. He said, we run this double wing better right now after 3 days of practice than we do the veer after nearly a year of installation.
Wow.
And I was shocked, but sometimes players just take to things because of the concepts. Mm-hmm. And I think this Celtics team is going to get better.
The double wing is primarily a running offense, but it would be nice to see them kind of open things up. Like I said, just for the sake of keeping the defenses honest. Defenses, they'll kind of settle in. They know it's going to be a run, it's going to be a run, it's going to be a run. And they kind of get set in that position. And if you can kind of throw something in there, maybe a play action here or there, I think it would really open up the running game for them even more.
Well, you're right about that. They're going to have to work on their passing game because right now it's worse than non-existent.
Yeah.
It's a negative. It's not a neutral. It's just a negative. But, again, they have 4 days to work on it, and they got film.
Sure.
And maybe they found a quarterback. This is the first game. Think about this. This is the first game the Celtics have played with one quarterback.
Wow.
Last week they played 4, I think. And so maybe now Red can get some confidence. And Corey King had a heck of a football game.
Yes, he did.
If we're going to give out MVPs, he's it.
Yep.
2 touchdowns. Played great. Lewis right there with him defensively. Just a monster on defense. Got that fumble return. And those were the 3 scores. But that's our final tonight. A good football game by the Celtics. And looking forward to next Friday night. We will be at home in the friendly confines back in Ocala, where I know where to park. They know me. They let me in without any grief. The athletic director likes me, which is good. And maybe I'll get the starting lineups.
Yeah.
That's always good.
That'd be nice.
But thank you, Larry. Thank you, Duane. First broadcast, right?
Yeah, first broadcast.
Woo! You made it at least the second half. Wandering around.
Oh, he's over there. No, he's over there.
Man, I'm so sorry. But again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you, Verizon Wireless. Thank you, Automax. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to do this and to bring these young athletes and letting them get a little chance to shine. Thank you very much, Ocala Aviation. Give them the number. Give them a plug, Duane.
Ocala Aviation, you can reach us at area code 352-861-7484.
We are, you're located right at the Ocala Airport, which is good. If you're going to have an aviation company, you want it near an airport.
But you'd be amazed how many people don't even know there's an airport in Ocala.
I know. Yeah. Well, I practice right next to it. Every once in a while, there'll be this big 747 thing, and the kids stop and look.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, great win here by the Celtics, and Larry and Doug, thank you guys for holding it down in the booth. And again, make sure you join Larry and Robin every Monday through Friday for local news, He's not very good at weather. I'm going to tell you, Larry's weather isn't good. He needs to work on his weather. But it's a lot of fun. We have a good time. Even Joe comes on with his bell. And thank you to the Martones for bringing high school football to Ocala. I'm Galen Unold for my man Duane. I'll see you next week, Duane.
See you next week.
Two of the same guys in a row. That'll be good. And you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football. And we are live from Bushnell saying good night. And go forth and produce much fruit. You are listening to WOCA, The Source.